All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of our Stay at Home Open Mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic series. My name is Richie Marufo. I'm the project director of this whole thing. And since this pandemic started, we've been doing these pretty much every Monday since April. And so it's been nice to have a Monday. We're reclaiming Mondays as a place where people can sign up and perform whatever they'd like. It is an open mic in the sense where if you have something you'd like to share, oftentimes it's poetry, words of any kind. We do have musicians. Every now and then we'll have a comedian, but we do want to encourage you guys to interact with us. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. I do encourage you guys, if you can, push the like button and also interact in the chat. We do have a live chat, or if you are watching at some point in the future, definitely leave a comment below. Who did you like? Just give us some feedback. What would you like to see? Who would you like to see? Would you like to see more featured performers? Would you like to see more musicians? You know what? We want to serve you guys. This is a platform. It is a community. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, here on the borderland, U.S.-Mexico border. But of course, because this is digital, we welcome people from everywhere. And in fact, today we're going to have people joining us from all over, East Coast, West Coast, North, more up north, other countries, across oceans and seas. It's going to be really cool. And our words, our creative expressions are bringing us together. So it's all about love. Now, I'm really excited because while I usually host these, it's kind of nice to hand over the reins every now and then. And so I'm going to go ahead and introduce soon our co-host, but I do have a special announcement. For people who have supported us, we started in 2007, and we've been around that long. And in that time, people always ask us, "Hey, I'd love to support you guys. I'd love to rep any gear." And it's just as it goes, we have not had too much merch. Sorry, geez, I stumbled all over my words here. We haven't had a whole lot of merch over the years. So with that said, I'm happy to introduce a T-shirt. We decided it'd be kind of cool. 2020. A lot of people are all about supporting peeps, and so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little bit of some magic we got going on. So yeah, today's the poetry potluck. Pretty soon we're gonna get the show started. I'm gonna try and be brief here, but check this out. We got these beautiful T-shirts, guys. Let's see. Bam! Check that out. We have the official BWOMS T-shirt. BWOMS, of course, is Barbed Wire Open Mic series. This just released today, and we're teaming up with our friends at Rap Seminar. Rap Seminar is a really cool. How would you even say it? It's a company that does rap analytics. They analyze rap lyrics for poetic lyrical content, and I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Rap Seminar, and rapseminar.com. You can actually find the T-shirts, and because you guys are tuning in right now, you guys get a discount, 10% discount code. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, definitely encourage you to use that code. It's BWOMS Love. Did I type that right? Okay, yeah. I had my window missing there, but this is a cool way to encourage you guys to wear some fresh threads that support what we have going on here at the Barbed Wire Open Mic series. BWOMS. So if you guys like this kind of thing, definitely encourage you. All the proceeds will go to us, which is nice. And so shout out to Rap Seminar for teaming up with us on this. And while you're there, check out their other content. They have some really fun stuff. Both in what the content they produce, the rap analysis, as well as their merchandise. So I'm gonna go ahead. With that said, and I might here and there drop in and say a couple words, but right now I'm gonna go and hand over the reins to an awesome host. Come with that energy. We have the Poet Khan in the house. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey
The show is
y'all,
yours.
how you doing? I am doing well. I am so I'm at home in the place to be, home with you guys. Of course, home, I mean, we can't go nowhere. But yeah, glad to be here with you guys. And I'm so grateful we got to start off our virtual holiday week together. So we could try to start it off on a good momentum and just keep it that way, you know. This is usually a time where we're traveling and we're eating and we're planning to be together, and we're planning not to be together this year. So I'm so grateful to be here with you guys, here to set the mood a little bit. And I have some timeless advice. This is to my wordsmith friends, to my poet friends. Your voice is a gift. So important. This beating drum, strumming of the thumb, this hummingbird that you are. Your voice in particular is vernacular, ordained to be heard. The depths of your range, though it is strange to you, will change more than a few. To not use your gift of voice from pen is your only sin. You are responsible, profitable with your words. You conquer any obstacle. Eventually, you will see the past made you who you are supposed to be. Be you, your voice, your sweat. Regret nothing. Better is coming as you speak these words. You're responsible for their healing. The only sin is swiftly concealing your gift, your voice, your power. Yes, and all right, I could just I'm gonna stand up and read this because should I save another one for me till later? Richie, what do you think? I could
Yeah,
keep
yeah, kick it off. You know what? Because I think this will be good practice. Because I didn't mention it, but if you guys are on the Zoom call, like definitely, as soon as they're done, we gotta make some noise. So we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and go on with the show. So Erica, if you want to read one more, and we'll show that love.
noise.
Yeah.
You guys, okay. Maybe I need to give you a noise maker. I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on. I got like 18 different computer monitor, whatever we got going here, and some paper and pencil. So this is new shit.
New shit.
Today.
New shit.
Hit it. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I'm scared. Look, my light went off. That sucks. Hold on just a second. So today, it has truly been a treat. I know that everything is complete for me. I know I am on my way, destined to see this day. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah for change. My stressors are now out. My stressors are now minimized. I see joy in these eyes. My demise is now out and away from me. I am in the shade. Bills paid under an oak tree. Collecting these zero balances, networking, reworking, observing my analysis, paralysis. That's what disbelief caused. Now I am executing new laws. Regretful thoughts, I pay them no mind. I am transmuting this prana out here, neck erect like a llama. Gimme, 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 gimme them commas. My progress, my success, it's on the tip of my tongue. So blatantly obvious, this stress had me oblivious to this new shit. See, the depressed poems kept me. This new shit let me strive for new heights, strengthening my might like bars of steel. I start fights for my right to will. Manifest a house on the hill at will. Everything is all right. Still working in my favor. Come from my boys, I turn into the Terminator. Currently a non-fornicator, conserving my energy, preparing for synergy, plan executed expeditiously, so you know it's me, the undisputed Khan Rass Fiyaa. The seeds of the papaya, the truth even when a liar. My wish, my desire, a pan-cooked bacon fryer. Give me that bacon grease. Me and my mom on a retreat. No GMO, all seeds. Vegan, chocolate, truffle. COVID took the trick out of the treat, but I'm the treat that heals. I close all the deals. Protect my men with words that heal. Divinely protected, I eliminate ill will, so I just chill. But still, can I fulfill this legacy? Reaching for the stars, dancing on Mars, so appropriating all the laws, so you know it's me. Finally, heartbroken enough to wrap my poetry like the rock wrapped in paper. Put me in the game like the Bulls or the Lakers. I am sitting with the takers. I call them my mastermind. I build my skill and will to attract in perfect time. Aligned, designed to be in my motherfucking prime. Therefore, I am speaking. Taking it back to the Garden of Eden. You have arrived. I see joy in these eyes. God bless the knowledge I am reading, reaffirming I am deserving of something to believe in. Me. I spit because I am religious. Head held high to the sky. Superwoman cape on, though sometimes I cry. I now willingly deny all false promises. Return receipts for every bag of deceit. I retreat. So fortunate to be breathing. Close my eyes and receiving this Garden of Eden. Breathing. 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 Discernment, exposing the counterfeit. Turning my focus to this new shit. Now y'all unmute and show me some love.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Woo, woo, woo. Heck yeah, that's how we starting the night off. Thank you so much for being in the building with me tonight. With thank you for supporting the open mic. Thank you, Richie, for just being awesome. And let me get the list. Okay, so this is we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Okay, our next the next one up to the stage, we have Jeff Cottrell.
That's me.
From Toronto, Canada's in the building. Hi there, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So glad to have you with us.
How's El Paso?
Hot. How's it out there?
It's cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
we've had some snow, but it's not that cold, so it's melting quickly.
Yeah. It would normally be a little colder right now, but hey, we're enjoying it. So glad to have you here with us. Please go ahead and share some of your blessing with us. We appreciate it.
I was going to say thank you, climate change.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, the first one I'll do, a few of you I'm sure have heard this 10 times, so you're about to hear it the 11th. Superheroes are big nowadays, so I made up one of my own. Look, a Up in the sky! No, not the sky. In the coffee shop! Sitting at the corner table, alone, scrolling down his cell phone, with 2 days' growth of beard and a milk stain on his pants. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a dog? Is it a waffle iron? Is it a shoe? No, it's Adequate Man.
Do it.
Adequate Man. Faster than a speeding hamster. More powerful than a toddler. Able to leap over a tall chicken in a single bound. Adequate Man. When trouble rears its head, does he ignore it? No! He stays home and reads about it on the internet. When faced with injustice, does he lie down? No! He sits and tells others on social media to do something. When people are needy, does he neglect them? No! He donates $5 to the cause if it's tax deductible. When trash needs to be taken out, when dishes need to be dried, when the dog needs to be walked. He does it! Whatever the crisis, whatever the threat, citizens know they can call on him for the bare minimum. Tremble before the powers of Adequate Man. His 20/20 vision, his average physical strength, his ability to melt steel with the help of welding equipment, his bachelor's degree in environmental studies, his office data entry job, the force of which has allowed him to pay off part of his student loan, his capability of viewing an entire Netflix series in one binge, his gift for devouring 6 pizza slices in one meal. Watch Adequate Man and you will believe a man can fly, provided that he makes the airport gate on time. Adequate Man and his loyal sidekick, drinking buddy. What a duo! Together they rid the world of craft beer and chicken wings while they bravely watch hockey and basketball on the pub TV. When Adequate Man battles against a tough trivia question, who steps in with the right answer every time? Drinking buddy. And when Adequate Man faces another lonely Saturday evening, whom does he call on for help? Drinking buddy, of course. With Drinking Buddy 6-packs and Xbox games, both of them team up to save the night once more. Feel the wrath of the mortal enemies of Adequate Man. The landlord who keeps reminding him the rent is late. The neighborhood tabby cat who triggers his allergies. The cute, perky ex who just wants to be friends now. The sexy cashier at his local convenience store who's nice to him but secretly thinks he's creepy. The messy, filthy apartment that still refuses to clean itself. And his ultimate nemesis, the Joker. Specifically, his old high school acquaintance, Bob, who now works in upper management at the same company. Still working in data entry, eh, Adequate Man? Don't let the high stress get to you. Oh, the laughter, the crazed, mocking laughter. One day, Bob, you will get yours. And so, citizens, the next time you need a hero who can help you rake your leaves, or give you a lift to the airport, or take money at the door at your next poetry event, you know who to look for. Look, over there, smoking behind the 7-Eleven. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a no smoking sign on a plane? Is it a fidget spinner? Is it a chocolate teapot? Is it a ladle? Is it a bidet? Is it a jack-in-the-box? Is it a designer purse? Is it a tea cozy? Is it a tooth grill? Is it a toast rack? Is it an egg slicer? Is it a mattress that reads a mattress tag that reads "Do not remove"? No, it's Adequate Man, master of mediocrity, the quintessential hero of our times. Thank you. That was called Adequate Man.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Y'all unmute and show him some love. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cover poem. 'Cause obviously you guys have heard this.
Wow.
Give me the insight.
Wow.
Is this a cover poem, or is it? Was this your original piece?
That was my original. Yeah. That was mine.
Whoa! Wow! So original. That was.
Oh, you'll learn.
Oh wow! That was so great. That was so great. Funny poet. A little bit of that was great. It was great delivery. I didn't mean to cut you. I didn't mean to be insulting to you either. It was so good. I thought they had, it was an inside joke. I'm gonna ask, I want to know. So, wow, that was great. That was great. Do you have another one to share with us?
Sure, I do. Okay, well, get ready because this is the erotic portion of the evening. Yeah. This is called Dreamboat. Oh, Jeff. Oh. Oh. Every time you speak in that high, whiny little voice, it turns me on. Every time you forget to say thank you for my small, thoughtful gestures, it makes me feel hot. Every time you chew your food with your mouth open, it drives me crazy with raging, throbbing lust. Oh, Jeff. Every time you say rude, insensitive, inappropriate comments and then wonder why I'm not laughing, it gets me wet. Oh, Jeff, there's so much that I treasure about you. I love knowing that you're 47 years old and still have never made more than $47,000 a year. I love the way you refuse to suck in your gut in public. I revere your junk food addiction. I love that you can't take in more than 2 drinks without turning into a grumpy, sullen bore. I adore the gross, putrid way the skin on your hands cracks in winter. I worship your perpetual acne problem. I venerate your domestic laziness. I cherish the childlike tantrums you throw when your computer freezes at work or when you miss the bus by seconds. I relish that creepy way you avoid eye contact during casual conversations, and that creepier way you force eye contact during serious ones. I dote on the way you complain constantly about everything wrong with your life while blaming everybody except yourself. I love knowing that you will never be a hero. I embrace the way you recite long, poorly edited prose monologues at public readings, or in this case Zoom, and have the gall to expect us to call it poetry. Please try to sell me your merch, Jeff. Keep shoving your CDs and chapbooks in front of me. Beg me to come to your shows. Assault me with relentless spastic neediness. No matter what I say, keep hard selling me like Shelley Levine on Speed. You have no idea how that hits my G-spot. I can't wait any longer, Jeff. Climb under these sheets with me and seduce me with meaningless pop culture quotations. I want to hear some Simpsons dialogue, Jeff. The more obnoxious, the better. I want you to recite some of Monty Python's worst sketches loudly in a gruesomely bad Cockney accent. I want to see that quizzical look you give whenever someone brings up any musical act post 1996. I want to watch you turn up your nose pompously and feign ignorance every time someone mentions sports. I want you to hold my body in those thin, veiny, underworked arms and rattle off pointless trivia that bears no relevance to anything in my life. Trivia about old French movies, Warner Brothers cartoons, Charles Dickens serials, Vonnegut novels, Beatles lyrics, Who albums, long-forgotten cola commercials from your childhood, Academy Award statistics, and, of course, the JFK assassination. What more could a worldly and discriminating woman want in a life partner? Why would I possibly want a man with a six-pack? Why would I settle for soul deconstructing sex with someone who works out? What would I want with a lawyer or an athlete or anyone who can play the guitar? What would I do with a man who listens to me, comforts me, believes in me, and makes me feel good? What use do I have for confidence, self-sacrifice, empathy, and a deep understanding of the female point of view? Why would I want a man with a level of emotional maturity higher than a 6-year-old's, or with social skills ranking above those of a mentally challenged monkey? Why, Jeff? Why would I wish for any of these things when I have you? Thank you. That was called Dreamboat.
Guys, please unmute yourselves.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh wow, such great delivery, man. Yeah.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh.
In your space, as they say. Wow, I love that kind of poetry. That's and it's kind of like that dark comedy. Of course, you know, you're sarcastic with it. You know what I mean? It's great. It makes the point. It was great. It was awesome. Tell us how we can follow you, love.
Yeah, I got a website, jeffcottrell.com, and I'm easy to find on Facebook and Twitter. I have some work in progress short fiction posted on Wattpad, so I'll post those links in the chat. I've already posted the link to my article about Zoom poetry, so.
It's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. Okay.
Great article.
Heck yes. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for coming and being with us tonight.
Thank you.
That was a great contribution to the night. Heck yeah. Okay, let's see who we got next. We have Chance. Take a chance on this dance, Chance. Hey, Chance. Chance is going to bless us with some poems. He hails from Miami. Are you from Miami, love? I didn't know that. Awesome. Now I know.
I'm originally from New York. I moved down to Miami about 4 years ago.
Nice.
Some of you may have experienced me trolling Advocate of Words on the Monday night open mic he hosts. Words and I are brothers in poetry. We've been part of the same group for about 17 years.
Advocate
El
of
Grito
Words.
de Poetas. So we've been doing that for a while.
Yes. Awesome. So great to have you here tonight with us.
Thank you. Let's get into some poetry. How many pieces can I do? 1, 2?
We'll give you 2, unless you just need 3.
So here we go. I'll do this. Micaela is 9 years old. She has a smile that's contagious and will always come to school in her purple sweater. She wore mermaid and seashell earrings, always had strawberry Pop-Tarts, a yogurt, and a chocolate milk for breakfast. Harmony is her cousin, her translator, her bodyguard, and her voice. Micaela is a selective mute. Her mom tells us she only speaks at home. Trauma induced her lost speech. She literally had the words taken out of her mouth. I sit in a circle with 26 children. For those of you who don't know what 26 children looks like, that's 56 personalities. That's 104 characters I have to decipher within the first 5 seconds of us sitting down in our morning sessions. I have to figure out if Michael or Mike was the one who showed up today. This all depends on who he stayed with last night and who dropped him off this morning. I have my algorithm, my Mayan arithmetic, and all spiritual deities to figure this out. They say those who can't teach, and I laugh. I never get offended. I never teach. I educate. It's Mike. Mike walks in, head nods, black and mild, and a sweat permeate from his clothes. He sits next to Micaela. She bashfully turns her head. You hear yesterday's lunch rumble in their stomachs? My trained ear understands why Mike talks loudly. It's so his peers don't realize that he hasn't eaten since 2 nights ago. I illegally hand out the first round of morning snacks, Rice Krispies, Honey Nut Cheerios, mini M&M granola bars, wheat toast with water. Mike likes to look at Micaela, stares at her. Her shyness gives way to a smile and a wave. They couldn't be more opposite pair. He's more of a Baptist First Methodist. She's more of a Pentecostal. My classroom is non-dimensional. We mediate and meditate to street noise. Mike tells her she's pretty, tells her he would like to sit next to her tomorrow, but only if mom brings him to school, because he will smell different then. He tells her he would be a good friend, leans and says hello, and then says, I pray that one day I will catch you whispering. She looks at him, smiles, and says, thank you. So, here we go. She much rather family reunion than obituary. Learn how to become a makeup artist after every breakup. Him complimenting her makeup every night after a fight. Wow, you can't even see it. His father must have taught him how to control with fear and pay for love. She was always adorned in shiny, pretty things, clutch purse to hold broken arm in place, fancy scarves hiding choked imprints, shoes mean I'm sorry, clothing means forgive me, jewelry meant it was love. But what is the price of peace? She much rather pick dishes than count stitches. Would much rather have expense paid trips that includes mirage than frequent visits to a triage. She was a pro. Learned how to use her face to catch each blow, too blind to see freedom, vision impaired, even with glasses, visions impairs, refuses to wear contacts, never wanted clear sight. She named him husband. He names her girl number 3 in his contacts. Her mother warned her about checking phones, told her to leave it alone. A man will always be a creep. To what she replied, Ma, what is the price of peace? Daddy doesn't like women. I see the hatred in his eyes. Grandma must have never loved him how she does us. Daddy must think we too much for him. He always yells. What am I supposed to do? I can't do it with them. We must be the ones he can't do it with. Daddy never nice talk to her, never honey boo to mom, never kiss mom, never I love you her or us. Always makes us cry when she cries, always makes her hurt when we hurt, always pray for mommy to leave, or are we not worth the price of peace? Thank you.
Damn.
Damn, that was so good.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Find the unmute button. Damn, Chance. That was gorgeous. Hell yeah, love. Tell us how we could find you, how we can support you.
Usually Monday nights, messing with words and giving him a hard time. Or
And that's the Eureka Cafe?
yeah, that's the Nuyorican Poets open mic, Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic on Mondays. You can find me with Tantalizing Productions. That's the erotic poetry events that Words also hosts. I'm on Facebook, John Chance Acevedo. I'm on IG under Eva J's Sweets. It's a baking company my wife and I run. And yeah, I'm approachable. Yeah, I need anything, I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, love. You hang out. Well, of course you're gonna hang out. It's nice to see. I don't think I've ever heard your poems before. I mean, I know we've been in the same space a few times, but I don't.
That's because I'm always trolling. I just like to give words a hard time.
Out. It's nice to see that you're in the spot for a reason. I mean, you had, wow, just beautiful perception and just, just taking the bits of the details of everything. It was great. It was gorgeous.
I appreciate it.
Heck yeah, Chance. Woo woo. Thank you so much, Lovey. All right, let's see. Next, we have Generalissimo with some poetry. And he's from Maine? Wow. We are so all over the world. Poets all over the world. Can you,
Miss Poet Khan, you always looking so chic. I think if I saw you in a coffee shop sipping on your espresso reading a book, I think you were a jazz singer.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you just look like, when I see you, that's what I think, jazz singer.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Let me bless
you. Let me, I have a whole bunch of new crap, so there's going to be a lot of stink in this room tonight. So let's see what I can pull up for you real quick.
Oh, was that? Yeah.
New shit?
Yeah, new shit.
Okay, the first is a haiku entitled A Tasty 2020 Turkey Day Entree. Rabbit, not turkey, stewed with celery, sumac, cloves, and kohlrabi. Thank you. The next is a small poem titled The Art of Agreeing to Not Disagree. I might agree with something I don't fully understand as long as I can understand that what I'm agreeing with isn't disagreeable. Thank you. The next piece is called Why Poets Should Never Wear Blue Bonnets. I was listening to poets recite poems about trees. My olfactory sensory memories took me to a foggy ponderosa pine forest somewhere in Alabama. The sweetest pine scent merged with musty Spanish moss hanging from a coven of elderly oaks. The toads were vocal enough to wake a sleeping bear, which alerted some deer to flee before the humans woke from slumber in their hunting stands. The deer jetted from the scene. The hunters lumbered in defeat to their log cabin where they broke their fast with sizzling, greasy, peppery sausage patties, scrambled eggs, cooked in sausage drippings, and slightly burnt Wonder Bread toast with blue bonnet on it, and glob of Smucker's sugarful grape jelly. The poets were unaware of all the commotion they were causing from inside my laptop screen. I decided to stay muted in deference to the oblivious bards who might get muted by an assertive host for exceeding their 3 minutes. Thank you. The next piece is called Why Queen Liz Has Stopped Eating Yogurt. My sister-in-law Leslie's dog's name is Sir Yogi Churchill Franco. My older brother Paul, whose childhood nickname was Whoosh, is a Winston Churchill history buff. Somehow, Queen Elizabeth from across the pond in that Windsor Castle place heard about Yogi's middle name and sent Paul and Leslie an honorary knighthood certificate for Yogi, which is proudly displayed in a gold leaf painted frame above the fireplace, which is made of castle stones imported from Transylvania over in Romania. The document is hand inked on real Egyptian papyrus parchment paper. Paul refuses to allow me to photograph it for fear someone might break in and steal it. The Queen arranged for them to pop over for a play date with Yogi and her beloved corgis, but when COVID happened, the trip was indefinitely postponed. Queen Liz had arranged for a chartered jet to fly them there and back. They were going to stay in Balmoral Castle, where the dog tea party would have happened. Charles, Camilla, Will, and his family were all going to attend. Also, Yogi happens to be short for yogurt, but shortly after Paul and Leslie took over the care of Yogi from my nephew Justin, another sad statistic of grandparents raising their grand puppies, Yogi, who considers yogurt to be one of the grossest foods on earth, asked Paul and Leslie if they'd legally change his name to Yogi, which was easy enough to change on his dog tags, but the state of Georgia has a policy against changing the born name of canines and felines on birth certificates in deference to the animal's biological parents. Thank you. I have one more piece. It's a little weird and experimental because I do it in sort of a dialectical hillbilly voice, and I hope it's not offensive in the way that I do it. It's called Worse Than Acid Rain. It ain't just raining out there. It be raining motherfucking catses and dogs is outside. That means it be raining cats that is fucking the dogs' mutters and dogs that is fucking the cats' mutters. It ain't no pretty thing to see. I tells you that much. They're gonna be some funny looking babies. They're gonna look like that funny cartoon where that doggy got a cat head where it butt be. You knows that cat doggy thing from Nickelodeon. Uh-huh. We had satellite TV where his eyes come from. I always wanted to know which end the cat doggy pooped from. It didn't have no pooper shooter. How did they decide whose his mouth to poops out of? It be the situation ain't nobody done did sees on the TV, but we always wondered it. Uh-huh. Sometimes when it rains, like it be raining this morning, my doggy be jumping on the bed with me because she be scared. I ain't got no catses. I doesn't believe in letting catses and dogses be living in the same house. It ain't natural, I tells you. Pipples who keeps catses and dogses in the same house be asking for trouble. What gonna happen? What gonna someone do if they doggy has a cat doggy baby? That doggy mommy ain't gonna let no kitty suckle its teats. It ain't natural. Vice versa if the mommy be a kitty. Asking for trouble, I tells you that much. I usually doesn't lift my doggy on the bed, but she a sweet old girl. She never poop inside. She knows when I be feeling sad and all and come to lick my hand or gives me a little huggy or doggy kiss. They say doggy slobber be cleaner than pipples slobber. I ain't got no need for no psychologist, cause my doggy be therapy enough for me. No sirree, I ain't never gonna have has cats in my house. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was awesome.
man.
Good job.
Cool.
Woo, baby.
That was so awesome. Heck yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for your selection of poems. Tell us how we can support you, Mr. Franco.
Well, I would love to have a house in Aruba. So if everybody does a little Indiegogo and buys one for me, that ain't gonna be happening, is it, Mrs. Poet Khan? I'm on Facebook under Brian Ira Franco, Instagram under GNRLSMO. I'll put that in the whatchamadoodle, the chat.
Awesome.
I can't wait to hear some more poetry from you tonight, Mr. Khan.
Oh, well, we have a few in store. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your selection. Hang out with us, please. Let's Idol. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Idol. Is that?
IDU.
Where are you?
You like got in just as your turn came up. You logged in. That's great.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you have came. Can we see your face tonight? Say no, I'm not really, that's not what I want to do tonight. No, okay, just thought I'd ask. Okay.
No. It's just because I had signed up and then I forgot I signed up, and then I forgot my computers in the shop, like with the camera. So I'm on my phone. So I've been trying to play like catch up real quick.
Oh, you're okay. I
sign up for this? So I'm not completely prepared, and I wasn't expecting to go like right away. So would it be possible to go like a couple people down the list?
Yes, I can come back to you.
That would be awesome. I appreciate you.
Okay, no problem. Put a pin in it, and I'm with it. Okay, we are going to move on to Miss Denise. Miss Denise Signs.
Hello.
Hi there, an El Paso native. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes.
How are you?
I love your head wrap. It looks so beautiful. You always look beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You look beautiful as well.
Thank you.
So good to be in the same place with you. You're going to give us some poetry tonight.
Yes, but first I'm going to start off with a cover because it's my favorite song by Calle 13. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them, but they're pretty amazing. They're not, just hold on to me. They sing about women. They sing about life. They sing about politics. They sing about food, just everything I love. So yeah. So let me get it. I translated their song. Here we go. I translated their song into English because it's in Spanish. So if it's all right, I'd like to read the Spanish version first, just a little bit of it, and then I'll jump into the English version. Okay. So this one's called Latinoamérica. Soy lo que dejaron. Soy toda la sobra de lo que robaron. Un pueblo escondido en la cima. Mi piel es de cuero, por eso aguanta cualquier clima. Soy una fábrica de humo, mano de obra campesina para tu consumo. Frente de frío en el medio del verano, el amor en los tiempos del cólera, mi hermano. El sol que nace y el día que muere, con los mejores atardeceres, soy el desarrollo en carne viva. Un discurso político sin saliva. Las caras más bonitas que he conocido, soy la fotografía de un desaparecido. La sangre dentro de tus venas, soy un pedazo de tierra que vale la pena. Soy una canasta con frijoles. Soy Maradona contra Inglaterra, atándote 2 goles. Soy lo que sostiene mi bandera, la espina dorsal del planeta, es mi cordillera. Soy lo que me enseñó mi padre. El que no quiere a su patria, no quiere a su madre. Soy América Latina, un pueblo sin piernas, pero que camina. So now I'll do the English side, so you guys who don't understand Spanish can understand the song. It's pretty beautiful. It's about Latin America. I'm what they left. I'm the excess of everything they robbed. A village hidden in the mountain tops. My skin is made of leather. That's why I can bear all weather. I'm a smoke factory, handmade by the field workers for your consumption. Cold front in the middle of summer. Love in the time of cholera, my brother. The sun that is birthed and the days that die. With the best sunsets, I am the evolution of life flesh. A political discourse without saliva. The most beautiful faces I have met. A photograph of everyone that's disappeared. The blood in your veins. I'm a piece of the land that is worth the struggle. I'm a basket of beans. I am Maradona against England, making goals. I am the backbone of my flag. The spine of the earth is my corridor. I am what my father taught me. I am Latin America, a village without legs that keeps walking. You can't buy the wind, you can't buy the sun, you can't buy the rain, you can't buy the heat, you can't buy the clouds, you can't buy my happiness, you can't buy my pain. So that's just a little bit of that song. And then I have another thing that I wrote. This one's an original work. It's not a poem. I don't know what it is, but I remember the last time Richie said that today could be kind of like for decolonizing our minds. So that's what I wrote about. So here you guys go. And this is like nonfiction mixed with my own opinion. Okay. God didn't come here to save you. He came to torture and obliterate you, so you would need saving. Your last name didn't come from your ancestors who emigrated from the old world to the new. Your last name was given to you to distinguish which master you belong to. Naco isn't a word that describes someone that's below you. It's a word that describes those that own their own land and their own farms. Chinacos defined those that didn't come from an hacienda. They were seen as subhuman for not playing into the encomienda. Mestizos were not and are not better than native and African slaves. They are our people. There is no true mestizo. We have mulatto, pardo, zambos, indios, and esclavos in our blood. Mestizos were the house slaves, the light skin and colored eyes we all value. Novelas like to romanticize the rape of indigenous population. The protagonist that is revealed to be the son or daughter of the don or doñas of the haciendas, they are the children of rape, always portrayed by a white actor or actress to denote the whitewashing of our culture. La Malinche did not betray her people. At 15 or 17 years old, she was sold as a slave and brutally gang raped by the men who could not be bothered to shower. Tainted by their filth, her intelligence brought her up to have only one master. She is seen as a villain because we need to always blame our misfortune on women. Malitzin was not the only indigenous woman to bear the children of colonizers. Tecuichpo Ichcachochitzin, or Isabela Moctezuma, bore a child of Cortés, forced to marry Alonso de Grado at 17, married off to Pedro Gallego de Andrade at 18. At age 22, she married Juan Cano de Saavedra. She had 6 children by the time she was 25, all from conquistadores. Her name untainted, though she faced the same fate as Malitzin, only she was not beaten to death by her own people. We came from a people who valued all genders, even those with 2 spirits. Your Hispanidad had to find a scapegoat in the muches they assaulted. The demons you fear are the energies your ancestors once prayed to. What we know about human sacrifice was written by the people who murdered 90% of the population in the name of their God. They burned our sacred texts and forced us to write their narrative. We complain that Hollywood portrays brown people as criminals and are always one-dimensional, when the entertainment business in every colonized country does the same. Our elders were beaten and tortured until they believed that they themselves were the enemy. It's why we tell our dark-skinned babies to stay out of the sun. It's why we tell our daughters that their only place is in the home, taking care of their children and husband. It's why our sons cannot take care of themselves and look for someone to replace their mothers. It's why we disown our LGBTQ+ children. Where once we regarded them as spiritual leaders who were in tune with both masculine and feminine energies, we now see them as dishonorable and shameful existences we would rather ignore and neglect. La Virgen de Guadalupe is not an homage to Mexico or indigenous cultures. Her skin was painted brown. She was given the four-leaf flower of the Mexica, plus their royalty colors in order to convert those who survived colonization. She did not appear to Juan Diego. He was used to represent the conquered Indio, a reminder that the gods only grace the colonized and not those who resist. His name was Cuatlatlocin, which means the taking eagle, and Guadalupe's real name is Guatlachupe, which means she who stepped on the snake. We are the snake. Hopi mythology speaks on tribes like the Tobacco Clan, the Sand Clan, the Bamboo Clan, the Water Clan, the Corn Clan, and the Clan of the Snake. The people of the snake traveled south in search of the Promised Land, and they landed in Teotihuacan. We share the Uto-Aztecan language with the Hopi of Arizona, the Tabulutabla and Serran in California, the Tarahumara in Chihuahua, Cajitan from the Yaqui in northern Mexico and the southern United States, Opata in Sonora, Mexico, Corachol and Huichol in Jalisco, Piman in Arizona, and Durango, Mexico, and every other Nahua language in the South. We are all children of the corn, multicolored like the grains that sustain us. We grow in the desert. Hardened by the sun, we adapt to our surroundings to grow in the jungles. Like seeds, we were buried and thought dead. Like seeds, we rise to nourish future generations with truth to decolonize their minds and their hearts, so they can look in the mirror and stare with pride at the bump on their nose, the melanin of their skin, the fat in their body, the humble beginnings they were nurtured in. May pride fill their hearts for their fathers who work the fields, bear the sun to fix the homes they can only dream of living in. May they be filled with joy for the mothers that work long hours, cleaning those same houses and taking care of children who are not their own, only to come home and not be able to offer the same comforts. May they find forgiveness in their hearts for the parents who cater to colonized ideologies of sex, love, gender, and race. Remember that they carry the trauma of our ancestors who were brutalized with medieval torture by the Inquisition until they believed that beating the gay out of their children would protect them, that bleaching the skin of their children would save them from harm, that keeping their daughters in the kitchen and their sons ignorant of basic life skills would offer both a better life. Forgiving doesn't mean they get to be part of your life. Forgiving means letting go of the weight their betrayal pushes down on you by knowing that it was not a personal attack on you. It was the limits of colonization branded on their minds that keeps their heart from loving you. It's not that you are unlovable, for your ancestors stand behind you, their souls full of love for the one that is breaking the chains they once wore. You who are breaking the generational curses and healing generational traumas, while others fall in line, you break from the mold and are true to yourself, a privilege unbeknownst to those who came before you. Not since before colonization has anyone had the opportunity to love the way you do, to look how you do, to speak truth as you do, and to be 100% unapologetically you. Stand in your power, brothers and sisters, as we break free from colonized minds. The road is dark and treacherous, but we come from warriors who fought not only with their macahuitli, the obsidian clubs, but with their sharp tongues and bright minds. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
You've been holding out. That's what they call
Thank
that.
you.
Oh, holding that.
Sorry, I'm like super vibrating right now. I don't know why, but
I don't know, because that piece is running all through you. That wow, like wow with a double wow with the exclamation point. That was so great.
thank you. I appreciate it. It's all I've learned throughout the years.
Wow. You know what I love about our gatherings is I don't know everything you're talking about, obviously. You know what I mean? I don't know like all the words you're saying in Spanish and, you know, just the culture. I don't know everything, but just I'm feeling you though, like you can grasp pieces of of the anguish. I understand anguish, so I understand yours, if that makes sense, you know?
Well, yeah, well, we come from people that have been through some really hard times and they went through it so we could be here. So we could be here right now in this moment because they're not able to do what we're doing. And it's a beautiful thing, a hard, beautiful thing.
A hard, beautiful thing for change. Yeah. That was beautiful, Miss Denise. Please
Thank you.
tell us how we can support you. I know you're on Instagram and
Is
give
this
us
right?
I'm sorry,
No,
I'm looking.
I always do this. This one, right? Yeah, there we go. That's me on Instagram. And you could
Hey,
also
promo card. Woo-hoo.
and you could also find me on Facebook as just Denise Science.
Denise Signs.
Mhm.
Wow, love. That was so great. That was a treat right there.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right, we're gonna leave from we are going to Hungary to visit with Miss Leela. Forgive me if I
No, you said it completely right.
did. Woo. Okay, great. Yes. How are you? What time is it over there where you are? It's late, huh? Of course.
It's 500 right now. 507.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you're up and hanging out with us this morning.
Yeah. I've been blown away by the performances so far.
I'm glad you're enjoying. I see you have a story for us. Please do tell.
Yeah, I kind of changed that.
Oh, do
But
it. I was just introducing you.
okay, so I'm keeping with the family theme, but a little bit lighter. Just a minute because the computer is crap. Okay. First one is gonna be called Family Recipe. Just a little intro thingy. So I've got the hearts. I've got the onions, boiled for 40 minutes in salty water with bay leaves. Don't let the cats come near it. Check phone notifications and look at the frost flowers growing on the kitchen window. No, Void and Rosie, not yours. All right, that one is yours. Shake head. Quick reply to an Instagram comment. Give a like to someone who made you smile. Strain the hearts. Put them in milk. Still not yours. Here, have some cat food. Boil again. Add flour and sour cream. Quote Max Miller and serve it forth. The next one is also about lunch in a weird way. It's called I Told You That Growing Old Sucks. It's hard to remember that I love my father when he gives me excuses about not finishing the cooking I started. I can't see well, he says. And I have to rein in my hunger, turning into hate. I look straight into his face and listen to his voice more closely. This is the same man who lifted me up on his shoulders and carried me into the hospital when my knee sprained. The same man whose broad back I leaned against when trying to hide from the warden's whims. She damaged him like time, teamed up with time to tear him down. And now, all I have is the ruins. But the ruins still retain his wit. His laughter still sounds like delicious sardonic sauce on this meager meal called life. His warmth is still a refuge in the bitter cold. It's just, I don't deal with change very well. Cooking was his domain. Now, entirely mine. I'm his legs going out for bread and heart meds and vodka. I'm his arms when he needs a lift off the floor. He says I shouldn't leave until he does. And I wish he could hurry up so we could do it together. That is a joy he refuses to partake in, and I won't make him do it, but in return, I won't let him stand in my way either. I love, but not like a child, not anymore. We grew apart a little. I grew up, he grew down. And I guess this was the story part. But it's a song, it's called Azalea Death Song, and it's what it should be, or what I felt like it should be for death to be like in a family setting. But I mean, your mileage may vary, so it's just one version of what should be allowed. All the maidens wrapped in green, all the lads are singing. Witness beauty in the house, a lady's life is ending. Her bride boy brings out the gun, his wife lays the table. Green silk ribbons deck the bed, good wines will flow later. 40 years ago today, she had just arrived here, when the little flower grew to all souls kind and dear. Many happy days have passed, and before she withers, she calls for a joyful way to break her earthly tethers. Smiling faces all around, family and close friends, the younglings have yet not seen how a lady's life ends. So they sit with eyes so bright in quiet attention, rowdy playing summer light, are for now forgotten. She sits on the bed and says some kind words in farewell. The man of the house nods, all is well that ends well. Then she takes her gun in hand, to her heart points the barrel. The next moment she falls back, yielding to the thunder. Blood stains the green velvet sheets, then her body lies still. It's wrapped up and put to ground, as she wrote in her will. Azalea's on the mound that gently covers her. Come now, eat and dance and sing, her life to remember. I'm not a good singer, but it's a thing.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Yes.
That's all for now, and I'm gonna make a card. Well, I already made one, but I'm not sure if it's allowed because this is the thing. So I've got a PayPal link and a DeviantArt, among other things. So these are where you can give me money, and the other one is where you can read my stuff.
Awesome. Is that you have a drawing down there on the bottom? What is it?
Yeah, it's just some calligraphy practice because I do calligraphy, lettering arts, stuff like that, which is on my Instagram, which is probably somewhere in the chat, but I can put it there if you want to again.
Awesome. So awesome having you. Your wordplay was great. The piece about your dad was touching. It was awesome. Heck yeah, be in his arms to go get the meds. That was good. I enjoyed it. Heck yeah, it's so good having you, babies.
Yeah.
All right,
It's nice to do some other things than politics in poetry now and again, because I do that a lot.
Right. Yeah. We can talk about a number of things with poetry. Obviously, we got some. What was it? The inadequate. I wrote it down. Adequate. That was just anyway. Yeah, that was great. Y'all have been great. Let's see where we got next. We have Mike Sindler, who is going to share some poems with us from Denver, Colorado.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, folks. Howdy. I'm going to do a couple quick things and then give you a seasonal treat. Here's a little something that deals with the whole idea of real thankfulness in a way, I think. It's called Groceries. It's a true story off the street. It's a triolet. He gave away his groceries that should have lasted him a week, offered in hopes that they would please. He gave away his groceries. impulsive generosity. Of it he never more would speak. He gave away his groceries that should have lasted him a week. And, you know, just that whole Mother Guadalupe thing got to me, so it just made me want to read this. This is called Holy Toast. You think I'm just a piece of toast? I'm not. I'm the freaking Holy Ghost. I'm the mother in your dreams, and yet you would smear me with jam, or even worse, margarine. Don't you see and smell the magic before you? I pop up perfect in my glory, radiating warmth and compassion, tried in the flame and never bested. Your redemption, brown and beautiful, a true spirit of Judea, leavened, salted with blessed tears. Can you not still recognize the miracle before your eyes? Am I but a communion wafer you digest to request my son's favor? Am I just another flavorful and textured part of a sullen, soulless sandwich you devour without thinking twice about the few precious hours you have to live and understand? Am I just toast in your empty mind and stomach, your burnt conscience and burnt hand? And let me see. It's gonna snow tomorrow here, so I thought I'd just do a little snow thing. It's a little high. It's called Sleeps Underneath. Soft air chills my lungs. Blanket of snow on the ground. What sleeps underneath? And seeing how y'all have been good, I'm going to treat you to a Thanksgiving classic here. And I'm putting on the hat so y'all know what that means. It's cover poem time. And this is a Thanksgiving prayer by William S. Burroughs. To John Dillinger, in hopes he is still alive, Thanksgiving Day, November 28th, 1986. Thanks for the wild turkey and the passenger pigeons destined to be shat out through wholesome American guts. Thanks for the continent to despoil and poison. Thanks for the Indians to provide a modicum of challenge and danger. Thanks for vast herds of bison to kill and skin, leaving the carcass to rot. Thanks for bounties on wolves and coyotes. Thanks for the American dream to vulgarize and to falsify until the bare lies shine through. Thanks for the KKK, nigger killing lawmen feeling their notches, for decent church-going women with their mean, pinch, bitter, evil faces. Thanks for kill a queer for Christ stickers. Thanks for laboratory aids. Thanks for prohibition and the war on against drugs. Thanks for a country where nobody's allowed to mind their own business. Thanks for a nation of thanks. Yes, thanks for all the memories. All right, let's see your arms. You were a headache and you were always a bore. Thanks for the last and greatest betrayal of the last and greatest of American dreams. Yep. Good old, what can you say? He was a very just sentimental kind of guy. But
that was everything.
Yeah, it kind of is. That's Thanksgiving to me. And there is no way to really, find me on the net. I mean, there's stuff out there, but not worth mentioning. And as far as, Yeah, I don't have any PayPal or anything like that. But if you do want to do something, there is bound to be somebody like one of your parents' old friends, you know, somebody who was really nice to you when you were a little kid and you'd go over to their house and stuff. And they're probably sitting around now with absolutely nobody to talk to in this time. So why don't you track them down, give them a call, and just, you know, talk to them out of the blue for just a few minutes. So that would be my Thanksgiving wish.
Thank you for that. Heck yeah. Thank you, sir. Wow. That was precious. In this time, we need to say that we need each other. We need to be verbal. How are you? I'm not okay. Do you need me? Yes. Yes. Can I bring you something to eat? No, put it outside. I'm just kidding. Anyway, how do you be together but not together? It's a lot. All right. Now we have Nico Kim. I had you for breakfast. I'm sorry, that sounded bad. I was watching you.
Yeah.
With coffee and a poem one morning. No, Nico, your performance last Monday, or it was one Monday. You looked like you were hurting. Like it was like you had to get that out. It was really good. So that's all. I just wanted to bring you up to the stage, man. I love your lingo. I love your passion. and then you serenade me out of nowhere. Okay, anyway. So thank you for being here with us. How are you tonight?
Well, I mean, it's good. Like life is good. So
Yes,
in a potluck, I tend to like to bring my favorite dishes that I've had people made for me to those potlucks. So with that, I'm bringing my favorite dishes of all of my favorite of some of my favorite contemporary poets, as well as some of the ones who are definitely inspirations. My hair is an absolute mess, and I really don't care. I care enough to point it out, I guess. So with that, so I'm not gonna. So Lee isn't here, and I wish I could ask them what the name of this, or the title of this poem, but I'm not gonna butcher the Spanish because no matter how much I practice it, it doesn't improve. So with that, I'm just gonna say the English version, and this is by Lee M.S. I want to know of the curse buried in my blood, cut deep, to exercise the remnants I have inherited, to know the words, incantations, invocations to howl at night, the blood ritual to follow, so the curse ends with me. Bind these demons within me. They were bound here. In me, they'll end. That was by Lee. Next. So I forgot which order I wanted to do this in. So we'll start in the order that we'll just go in the order that I wrote. I put it in my notes. And so this is Riffing on the Universe by our host, BWOMS host, Richie Marufo. I messed up his name. I say it like a white boy. Richie Marufo. Moving on. This is Riffing on the Universe. I've seen the best minds of my generation kicking it to that wild beat, the enigmatic glow of night. It felt just right, singing rhythmic signifiers into the ether of the night. That's us, riffing on the universe, because the world is more than just a stage. It's an open jam session for us to engage. It's a call for the soul to create and navigate around a maelstrom of meanings, bringing the point blank Promethean thunder and the metaphysical funk. You see, that's funk with the PH and all the appropriate connotations attached. Of course, that leaves us ecstatic, emphatic, and karma chromatic, the metaphysical funk, the cosmic samba, the transcendental tango. It has many names, but the universe is alive, and it shakes its hips to our rhythmic vibrations. They say there are these savvy, savory strings shredding savage solo sublime symphonies at the subatomic level. Surely, as these Ouroboros structures are gyrating, pulsating, twisting, turning, torquing, forward, backward, sideways, up, down, wiggling, jiggling, sizzling, all to the beat. That's not all. My closest approximations merely fall into the realm of foggy abstraction. It's like the flight of the bumblebee, but on ecstasy, thumping away to the heavy thump of that thumpness, that bass, baby. So bob your heads, clap your hands, sway your hips, and tap your feet. That's me and you, him and her, them and us, all moving to the beat. That's us riffing on the universe. So bop and wail these to these melodious cosmic strings, and listen closely to the hidden beauty in things. Yeah. And again, that's by Richie Marufo, riffing on the universe.
Yeah. That was awesome.
This is by oh man, I've messed it up. El Generalissimo. You know, I'm just high, so I'm fucking up pretty difficult language. So with that, this is from Brian Franco, and guys, this is my favorite poem I've ever heard read from him, and I really wanted to read it, so I get to read it. And with that, this is so you can afford the gas bill, but think of the energy you'll save. There are times when it's best to stay quiet and say nothing. When you exercise your well-honed expertise in gaslighting, it's often when I refuse to react to an obvious goat-getting comment. When you change a subject out of the blue that has no relevance to a conversation and has the sole purpose of button pushing, I have to weigh out whether to tell you that my buttons are on my clothes and my belly button is attached to my belly. I'm 54. Anyone who thinks it's okay to push any of my buttons, best ask nicely. Don't announce to the rest of the world that I need to calm down or not get excited because I refuse to acknowledge the baseball bat you have fashioned into your tongue. There's no human mouth that wouldn't bleed if a baseball bat were inserted into it, yet you do it to yourself. When you connect propane tanks to your words and actions to light up the sky that is any conversation you are a part of, converting it to a spectacular sport of which you are the only competitor. When I attend a baseball game, I prefer to watch without distraction. Maybe squirt mustard onto a soft pretzel delivered by a teenager carrying a styrofoam ice chest because it's okay to just watch sometimes. Try it. You may like it. That was by Brian Franco. Such a great poem. And so to every poet that I am stumbling over their words, forgive me. Guys, I promise you, I've practiced. And it's just, even when I go over my own poems, I stumble over them. But sorry for messing up your words, boys and girls. And
This
well, I guess,
right
guys,
here,
dudes.
this is the epitome of support. Richie, I don't know, maybe for next month, well, you know, maybe like for Christmas, maybe we could make that a point to bring out the poems that we love of each other. This is.
But I do have to end with the progenitor of the cover poem in BWOMS, and that is my cover poem for Kit Wren. And this is Statements of Measurable Learning Outcome, Sistina, by Kit Wren. Poesy is poesy because of structure. The poet is the poet because of his control over sound, stress, silence, and other wild phenomena. He tames them, brings their energy to heal. If well his words, he may resemble the gods. And that's why Shelley said, though unacknowledged, the poet rules. People, though, have a way of resisting rules and not seeing the value in a sheltering structure. They tear down the symbol of someone else's control and say, to hell with all of this, let's be wild. We won't temper with pretty lies the truth of our energy. Our power will rise, resistance overcome. We will be as gods. But the hardest part of immortality is gods staying gods. And as punks get psoriasis, their heresies become rules. The wreckage they created become impoverished structures. Their spasms are reframed as esoteric control. And high-belted bald professors tell their charges, be wild, be real, like Pollock, fuck form, be pure energy, as if there could be only one kind of energy. There's no longer room for figures or gods There's no longer room for figures or gods in the academy or the church, and the new set of rules make sestinas and sonnets and other vain attempts at structure akin to murder, which is the only certain form of control. Better to break up the concrete and let everything grow wild. But who is to say that my wild looks like your wild? That the jungle and the meadow don't have the same green energy? You've been enjoying your time as fair-haired gods, but it won't be indefinite. Those are the rules. The practiced chaos you've learned is still a structure and is easily wrecked by one person with control. And you will be amazed at how I control. Oh, the irony. And ride upon the backs of animals thought wild, and compress their roars and howls into 39 lines of energy. You'll swear even the lions I ride have thoughts of gods, and hereafter in speculation about who rules and who created the zebras they spy from their structure. The lions will learn, determine the rules, harness their energy, dream twitching of gods and battles of control, overcome the structure and become the new next wild. Thanks, guys. That was from Kit Ren, and that is I don't want to mess it up. So Statement of Measurable Learning Outcome, Sestina, by Kit Ren, the man, Mr. Monday Morning, the guy who did cover poems. And so sorry, I like to bring a lot of my poetry, but I felt more than obligated to share the voices of those that have more than impacted me.
What an honor. That is just so dope. That was great. Heck yeah. Very well deserving. Richie.
Thank you, guys.
Kit. You guys. Yeah, man. And you, Nico, you are just awesome. Heck yeah. So that was everything. That was the point of the show. So
yeah.
That was a great demonstration of maturity, and
that's poet love right there.
I want to recognize that.
That's what's up.
And acknowledge. Thank you.
Nice corn. I can't wait to see your corny poems, man.
Mr. T, I wish your poems were short enough that I could have asked you to cover your poems are very long.
Yeah. Tez takes us to class, which is great. I got my pen and paper ready for you when you come. Well, I'm taking notes for all of you guys because you're all worthy of notes. So all right, yeah, just that feeling of love. Do you feel it? It's kind of bubbly. It feels a little warm. It's kind of like a burnt teddy bear or something. I don't know. It feels great. Okay, we'll move on. Anyway, now we have Diana Medina, aka Off the Clocker, and she is a poet from Sacramento, California. Woo woo woo! Is she in the building?
Is she here? I don't know. Roll call.
Diana. No, baby. No. Okay. All right. All right.
Well, maybe she'll join later, but we want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat right now that's tuning in. Sandy, as always, Domo, Mr. Ray Ramos. He's a poetic legend in El Paso. A lot of you guys haven't had a chance to hear him, so hopefully one of these days he can drop in and drop some of the stuff. He needs no microphone. He'll probably break the internet if he does his piece, but hopefully one of these days we can share a little something from him. But I guess let's go ahead and move on for now.
Excuse me. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to Idol, darling. Are you ready now? Alan. No, Idol. That's the Anthony. Idol. That's
Idea. Thank you.
got it. Did I get it?
Damn, I was hoping I didn't have to go next. I didn't want to go next after your homie did like the greatest poems of El Paso.
Man.
With that, like,
Man.
generous kind of thinking. I'm like, I don't want to go next after that, but
Oh, you're gonna be just fine. I'm so glad you're back with us. It's been a little while. I haven't seen you in a little while.
yeah, try to get on when I can, and been trying to write a little bit more. So I got something that's a little old but still relevant, and something that I wanted to try and tap into the like being thankful theme. So we'll see how it turned out.
Okay, do your thing when you're ready.
So first one's called ASL. This is the old one. We have this weird pride in privacy, like if someone tries to pry and see or info is sold at a price or fee, we are engulfed in outrage, petitions and a blackout page. But why the steam? All that we provide for free each time we tweet or post photos of size we eat. There's nothing to hide, you freaks. Here's a PSA. Zuckerberg, Tom, and that damn bird are already NSA. It's ass backwards, let's be serious. We're all hamsters in social experiments. Overexposure is cool, it's normalized. They don't need help to explore your lives. We jump to share and form in lines, yet government structure is fortified. That's why I believe the poor are fine. No poor in the store defined, no news to view the leak, no news to misconstrue on computer screens. How dare they see what is public? So repugnant how they've done this. Why can't 6 billion people be trusted? No one owes us apologies. We contribute constantly. So if you want to stop those things, look at yourself and reliance on technology.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. I don't really got a name for this one. This is the kind of Thanksgiving one. February 2001. My faith is mangled as the wreckage they found my dad in, left for dead, made a turn to last rites, but without it, a soul searching so advanced, Microsoft technicians are still baffled. December 2005, a flight I took to DC over the cuckoo's nest, landing in culture shock and student debt. Reluctantly, I swam back to find my stroke of genius, a home between synapses and dendrites. June 2020, a split on a basic level, atomic blast, blinded, the fallout, destruction, shocked with waves of emotion, but now I'm leveled, the horizon in sight. And that's all I got for tonight. Glad to see everyone's poetry and enjoy some good works everyone has.
The horizon inside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm stuck on your poem a little bit. That was great. Thank you so much. Las Cruces is in the building. I want to encourage you to, hang out with us during the isolation and, get poet love. That's how you become stronger as a poet, So you're welcome here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Of course. Thank you.
Also, man, you can tell us a little bit about your new podcast. I know you started doing some episodes.
I appreciate you. I was going to keep that on the low until I got more comfortable doing it, but Ideal Podcast, so IDILL podcast. It's on SoundCloud. It's on Buzzsprout, I think the name is. If you follow me on Instagram, give me a second. Probably easier to do that. Mexican Fonts on Instagram. And yeah, that's probably the easiest way to find me and what I do. So Mexican Fonz, Fonz. So
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
no
sorry.
worries. I saw it pop up. I was like, let me help out with that.
It's all good,
But yeah,
man. You also we got to talk about Varsity Jukebox Junkies. You got some BWOMS history, you know, participating, and
I
you're
was
great, man.
yeah, I was gonna do like an old verse that I had, but I don't know. Like I've always I think about like sometimes doing old stuff is like I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see if I still have the vibe for it. So maybe like we can do like some like like a flashback Friday kind of open mic, and that'll be some motivation to like just perform like old stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. My bad. I just wanted people to know that people listening have a little bit of history in performing BWOMs, and maybe a little bit of a future. You know, we were going to collaborate on some stuff. It's hard because of COVID and the pandemic, but you know, we're going to try and do some in the future. Maybe some shows out in the cruises, like extending. But appreciate you for joining us, man. I had to jump in a little bit and ask those things really quick, but thank you, Anthony.
No,
Let's go and give it back to Erica, to the
I
Poet
appreciate it.
Khan.
Woo woo. Hey, so tell us how we can support you, love. Well, okay. I know you we talked about the Ideal Podcast, and say the name of the that was probably all wrong what I said. What did you say it was the other thing you said?
Instagram. So Mexican Fonz, Mexicanfonz,
Fonz.
like Fonzarelli, like from Happy Days.
Oh wow. See, I missed that. It's all good. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Please put that in the chat for me, sweetie. I was trying to help. I was trying to. Okay. Thank you for coming to hang out, Las Cruces. See you sitting in the apartment by yourself. I'm glad you're here with us. Anyway, all right. So next we have Miss Robin Schofield, and she hails from El Paso. She is, yes, one of the pioneers here. Yes, she is all of it. So please, Miss Schofield, come in and bless us with some of your wordage.
Okay. I'm going to do an old one. It's called Epistle to Rilke's Angel, the Czechoslovakian poet Rilke. You call out to the one who walks on castle walls, wakening the storm-lashing trees, to spell the stone steps of a night's curse. Yet I am no confidant of ruin, never walk on walls with my friend the Baroness. Low to the ground, I set my eyes as snares to trap the soft gallop of a jackrabbit, the fallow ear of my dog, his wet nose lifted to the prickly morning convection. I travel parallel to dawn in the mountains' overwhelming embrace. What's past burns like smokestacks in the west. I read in green and amber mosaic the shards of absence clearly stated, the revelry of starlight, the evening's broken bells on red spice gravel creosote springs out of. I walk between these two extremes, valley horizon and ruptured fault line. Beneath the surface and in the open, a fire burns to the south. North is the future cliff of water. An old tire hides a black womb of mosquitoes. Their wedding day is the desert willow that flowers above the root that caught the womb. Bulldozers progress, cart horses of becoming, raising the future structure. The past already has a structure. We can't stand the present, can't understand it without the traps and sketches that design the Das Stein. Only this open moment is free, and thus it terrifies. This crack in the earth is the name water makes for itself. I hear memory rushing with rain. I ask only for return. Once only this moment whirs and returns in its season. The open space The jackrabbit swerves toward the one reason water foams and withdraws. Polyurethane pipes and concrete tunnels buried underground emerge square-mouthed into the arroyo chambers. Ancient water channeled from weddings and shrouds, the houses we mean to build. Not what sprinting flocks of quail need, marking across the dry, seasonable sand, etchings where I want to read my presence, nor what they fear, my straining dog, a stray cougar or striking hawk, shrieking down the steeps. As I climb, my breath bursts 100 songs the wind steals, rising, my thoughts become a song. The ground below breaks into shards, shockingly green or chlorine blue. Sparse water so quickly vapor leaks into the golden desert, leaves no mark on the golden sky. Your voice in thunder everyone hears. How shall I listen to cloudless day? I hear the arteries thumping in tune. I hear the deep moss, the blue day of ferns, drive myself past habitation, hoping you'll call. A hard climb in the mountains that hide the dawn tells the gravity of my spirit. Always I am trapped in substance, not the leaf in wind, but the rooted tree. A narrow trail leads to the ridge. I hear trickling water, light leaping in leaves. What a struggle to want to fly. Even at the ridge, I am still an interpreter. Wanting what yearns to be longed for, the pricked ears of the morning. I stare out at the landscape of my own being and want to be higher still. The dog named Stormy scrambles over red rocks, drinks from a cold spring, signaled by cottonwoods. I remember the thunder snow last winter, what I thought when I saw the falling star. Okay. Thank you.
Miss Robin,
That
you're
was
such a
published in a little magazine called the Paris Review.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. And that's just a poem about walking my dog and stuff. And then when I think of potluck and potpourri, I think of a nice, neat little package. So I thought I'd read a poem by one of my favorite poets, B.H. Fairchild, for my cover poem. And it's called Holy Rollers, Snyder, Texas, 1951. Shades of brown, rust of the dirt road in and the gullies deepening to umber, the top of winter grass along the shoulder, the walls of the one true gospel church done with a plywood cross nailed above the door. Dream fades to memory, the gray-brown hair of Mrs. Hill pasted to her neck, the cracked porcelain of her hands, her voice, rock of ages cleft for me, cutting through the air like a crow's cry. Beside her, Lester Hill sits pale and mute with me, the awkward guest. The preacher from the used car lot, dressed in banker's clothes, shouts, "It's a hard road to heaven, Lord, but an easy ride to hell." He wails and the air thickens to a mud and agony, a swirl of groans and cries. They find me later, curled into a ball, humming Rock of Ages in the wheat field, the brown earth of fear pressed against my eyes. 2. In no man's land, standing on a rigged deck with my father, I watched two hawks begin the long glide toward the east, where wind ripples on a farm pond scatter light like gravel or steel filings from a pail. When the drawworks lunges into gear, the iron-plated deck shudders, flattens to a monotone and a grim rumble Distant, monstrous, dark, comes thundering up from 5,000 feet below, where rocks and fossils older than the gods are ground to dust and mud. I wipe the oil from my hand, the earth below, the sky above, where a man signals something from the crown block, arms raised and holding in his hands the dying sun. 3. A pipe seal somewhere makes a sobbing sound, the way years later in a London tavern a hard man wept gladly that his grandson had been found, and the women gathered near, whispering what psalms and prayers to him. I walked out on the old stone bridge to see, in the mirror of the Thames, my father, the Rock of Ages, the sun above the crown block, and more. The great river in its constant passage to the sea, the dark truths that move across the ocean floor. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks to Kit, my son, for instituting the cover poem. That's a great thing.
That is a great thing. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your beautiful story. I love when a poet finds their own, how they give their poem, you know, and how you do your poem is so Robin. It's comforting and almost feels like velvet. It's like a warm blanket. Really, it's beautiful. Heck yeah.
And
Someone just love on you for that. Heck yeah.
I'd also love to add that the Paris Review is not like any other journal. That's legit. Like,
that was like the understatement of the year.
Yeah, that's one of the great publications, period. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Miss Humble, Miss Robin. I didn't know that. Thank y'all for tooting her horn for her, because she's awesome. Heck yeah. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Let's see here. Hope y'all got your dictionary and your paper and your pencil and your, I'm not just kidding. Next to the stage, we have the architect of the maze, Mr. Tez Zomok. How are you, sir? Please, we want to know all about your poem. We know everything.
Thank you. Skip me. You have Imogen before me.
She has
I think we're doing musical chairs right now. A little.
Oh,
we talked about it.
Yeah. Somebody didn't tell me.
Surprise.
Let's do a couple of jewels. So I want to start with Origen by Rosario Castellano en Meditaciones en el Umbral. Sobre el cadáver de una mujer estoy creciendo. En sus huesos se enroscan mis raíces y de su corazón desfigurado emerge un tallo vertical y duro. Del féretro de un niño no nacido, de su vientre tronchado antes de la cosecha, me levanto tenaz, definitiva, brutal como una lápida, y en ocasiones tristes como la tristeza petra del ángel funario que oculta entre sus manos una cara sin lágrimas. Origin by Rosario Castellan, and this is my translation. I did this in 94. So, over a woman's cadaver I'm growing, on her bones by roots and twine, and her disfigured heart emerges a hard vertical shaft from the coffin of a child not born, from her breached womb before harvest. I arise stubborn and determined, brutal as a tombstone on sad occasions, with the melancholy scoured funeral angel. She hides her tearless face between her hands. And then this is a piece, it's about this time, so it's titled Mid-August. The arrival happens, whether by memory, fictional, or in person. The scene is there as the voice cuts through the dark mesh in the dark cubicle, or the quiet ear of another person, or the silence and contemplative look of a small brown dachshund. The landscape is there, opening into mid-August, low, slow, and muggy, sliding laziness. It is hot, dusty, like all Augusts are. The streams have dried up, evaporated. Dust devils rise from the pulverized red clay in the center of the courtyard. The afternoon winds blow pine needles to the ground where the old station wagon used to sit, flat tires and all, the lawn mowing equipment. The pines pass their resin scent through every room of this empty house, where once a small child cried in a corner because its mother and father had abandoned it. As every mother and father eventually abandon all children to the confines of solitude. And the August continued to come as if they can forget all the pains they have blown and every tear they have dried. The next piece is a cover piece. It's very short. I'll do it English, Spanish. A mí no me crearon con barro. Yo fui hecho de maíz. Soy dualidad, espina, serpiente de pluma. Soy un camino de estrellas que nace en la selva chapaneca, desierto de Sonora. Soy nevado de Ajusco. Soy dos mares, pájaro de 400 voces. Soy el primero en voltear cuando gritan indio. Soy bosque michoacano, un rastro de antigüedad. Soy cobre al ponerse el sol, pasado y futuro. Soy humo frente al fogón. Soy la nostalgia del recuerdo, la razón y la impotencia. Soy modernidad, espíritu, raíz y ciencia, las palabras que susurra el viento. Soy dignidad, orgullo, intuición. Yo no fui hecho de barro. Yo soy hecho de maíz, soy yo. And the English quickly goes, they did not create me from clay. I was made of corn. I am both thorn, feather, snake. I am a path of the stars that is born in the Chiapas jungle. I am the Sonoran desert, the snows of Ajusco. I am two seas. I am the mockingbird. I am the first to turn when they shout Indian. I am a Michoacan forest, a trace of antiquity. I am copper at sunset. I'm the past and future, smoke in front of the stove. I am the nostalgia of memory, reason, and I am impotence. I am modernity, spirit, roots, and science. I am the words that the wind whispers, dignity, pride, and intuition. I was not made of clay. I am made of corn. As you can see behind me, I am made of corn. And then I will conclude this, just for you guys know, this was the last of my corn harvest. And we're gonna have some of this for, we're gonna make some fresh cornbread, and then we'll have some of this for Thanksgiving. Harvesting corn. Very short piece. It began that day, the long task of collecting corn dried on the stem, honey sun in this tree, hollow corn, gold and dry corn slipping through fingers into the baskets on our backs, corn rubbed against leaves, sappy pour as leaves pouring salty corn, bloody corn with streaks of blood from paper, thin husk cuts, rough, bloody corn, sweaty, poly-covered corn, faces cutting through rows, feet breaking through sun-dried clay, lime-soaked corn of smiles, tears, and tortillas from the harvest of corn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So can I ask, it's like picking of the corn was like something that the family did for the, like, it's a tradition kind of thing?
Well, I mean, corn is the central mythical archetype of most of Mesoamerican cultures. So a lot of our ceremonies, this is about the time when the harvest comes. So it's probably the most important Like that would basically solidify it if you had a food supply for the whole year.
I see.
And whatever the surplus is. So that was definitely like literally at harvest time, we would be sleeping outside the house because every room was full of corn. Like literally all the rooms. We had slits on the wall, on the doors, and then you just kept piling the corn inside there until you could shell it and you could bag it and stuff.
And then you eventually sell it?
You would, majority of it was actually to feed your animals, to feed yourself, for the seed for next year. And then if there was surplus, you sold it so you could buy essential things like salt, sugar, metal tools and stuff like that. That's the typical subsistence. But corn is it's part of our creation story. We were created out of cornmeal, and the gods bled on us, and then that's how we became human. So there's a lot of mythology around corn. So corn is very central to a lot of the Mesoamerican people.
Wow, awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you for class was in session. Tell us how we can follow you, Mr. Tez.
All right, folks can follow me at Gashes 2019. I'll drop it on the chat.
Awesome. That was cool. Heck yeah. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got here. Is Imogen? Is she back? Yeah.
Imogen, yes, I am back. Poet Khan, thank you for that. Appreciate the switch of order. And Tezo, thank you for thinking of me. So I'm going to read 3 poems, the first of which, since I think he's still here, right? Chance, are you still here? Yes, he's still here.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. So I'm going to read the poem that he read with me for his episode of Poets and Muses, because it's a beautiful poem. And I hope I don't mess it up because it's got Spanish and I don't always know the proper pronunciation. So let's try it. It's called A Letter to Amanda, because Juana's my sister's name and that would just be weird. Mommy never taught me how to apologize, never taught me how to prepare for wanting someone back, because she was too worried about me having my own. Tú nunca vas a necesitar a alguien que te cocine. Mommy never showed me how to bounce back from a broken heart. She was preparing me to live on my own like she has all these years. This sun doesn't feel as good as it did when you would stand still, look up and sigh. I always admire you admiring the sun, considering your shine just as bright. I don't know how to apologize for being part of your exit. I hope the staircase you decided to take hasn't led you to a door yet. Te quiero mostrar how many sancochos from scratch I can prepare. I have patience. Pio papa y zanahoria, tendering rabo, res, carne, pollo. Let's talk until this 3-day soup is finished. Mommy did show me how to tend to las flores y el jardín, how I speak to the petals. I will speak it into our relationship. Care for the roots. I know how orchids and cherry blossoms are specific. I'd raise Catalinas the color of your cheeks. I will see to it that we are able to enjoy them in our garden. Your sundress, for freely on the creation we have spoken of. I want us to be family. I want to show you not all fathers leave. Not all husbands maltratan o mujeriego. Algunos piden perdón. They mean it. y pueden amar until death do us.
Oh, see,
Isn't that a gorgeous poem?
That was amazing.
that was beautiful. Wow, Chance, and you and y'all, that was gorgeous.
Ouch.
Do you have another piece to share with us, Lo?
Yeah, so I'm this one I'm reading 3. The second one is probably, well, I don't remember. It's a bit long. It's called No Connections. I watched Chinatown to see white people, Chun Li to hear Italian, Nikki for Ching Chong rhymes, Macklemore for appropriation. High school, can't seem to get out of high school, bickering over jealousy, threatening life to feed paparazzi. How else do we keep the populace distracted to rob them of real education? Opium nowadays comes in multimedia technicolor. Lotto winners inspire gamblers. Multi-million contracts dangle. So fuck the multiplication table. What's the probability for improbability? Who cares when profits, minuscule, tax-free, benefit education? If all else fails, there's always the military. Body bags are lonely going unfilled. University is the promised land if you return from a foreign land. PTSD, the VA will take care of you. The backlog is only $500,000. One people screws over another. As long as we keep up the hate, confusion bonds us more than history or DNA. Let's see who can shout the loudest and who can dip the lowest. Decency gets no press. I've got to grab me 5 seconds to impress. The entertainment industry deals with influencing fluency, set hierarchies, dark to light, skin, eye, then hair color. Someone really likes their Aryans. Did you know that California is really into eugenics? Though colonialism lost its popularity, cultural hegemony nevertheless retains its seniority, spreading through the network of global distribution channels, feebles the mind while enabling messages. No need to go subliminal. We'll swallow propaganda whole if you'll just make our world seem less of a hellhole. And we'll forget who sold the missiles that confetti our ancient cities. Like your own citizenry who blames gangs instead of mown down politicians pockmarked by kisses of gold before landing in pockets. Forget these connections between age-old vices and our regressing society. Let's go to the cinema and grab some subsidized corn popped laced with healthy butter flavoring. I want me a front row seat to the next picture show of blonde, blue-eye heroes and a lucky token or two raising metropolises, pulverizing aliens. No link there to real politics. Okay, the last one I'm going to read, and I chose this because a lot of us are in pain and going through a lot of shit, not only because of this year, just because life is more difficult than it is not. So hopefully this will be a little bit healing. It's called The Springing Winter. Darth of Gold drove me here, mining for value. The warmth of the land blends into the warmth of its people, ushering in a blossoming mind that transforms despair into bouquets, scenting the valley with their sweetness. Eyes that cry now overrun with joy. Red rims taper into crow's feet, shading one's salted cheeks with vines, winding to trace the metamorphic journey. Wounds gather into hilly scabs, healing, with herbs pushing through the stubborn landscape, dotting green where once had been barren. Caverns drilled to empty the body's precious content are filled once again with fresh alluvial riches. As I survey the cracking scars left by greedy divestitures of nourishing waters running toward other channels, yellow, red, and magenta buds greet me in their place, extending warm welcome from their verdant nesting homes. And the dreaded dying winter is resuscitated by bursting colorful life instead.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right on.
Of all poets, but I love drawn out, just gonna tell me the story poets. I love that. I guess that's because that's my strength. But man, you are just, I love that I've never seen your face. It kind of gives it a different dynamic. I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And but I feel you though. I know who you, I feel you like through what you talk about. I mean, eugenics. That's a word? Did I hear that right? Eugenics.
Eugenics.
Eugenics. Wow. Okay. I'll move on here. I'll sit with you.
Eugenics.
So, love.
Eugenics.
Can you spell it for me?
I just put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's what the Germans, I'm sure people before them as well, they wanted to genetically modify the races to have a master race, the blonde and blue eyes. And California, if you, I'll have to find the link. California was really into eugenics, supported eugenics, and it still has some. Eugenics is a forerunner to genetics. I mean, genetics has its own use, and it is useful and it is helpful. It's actually proof eugenics wrong by irony, by nature being ironic. It's kind of interesting to know the link. There's a link between the two.
I see. Well, it's so awesome having you in the space, love. You're always a treat. Tell us how we can follow you.
Sure. Poetsandmuses.com. Poets and Muses on Instagram and Twitter. I will put the link in the chat and also in the YouTube. I will also put the links to the 3 episodes where the poems are from. Definitely check out the one with Chance, because it's a beautiful, beautiful poem, and you should hear everything about it.
Awesome. Yes, Jen, thank you so much for coming to hang out, man, and sharing your greatness, your knowledge with us. All right. I got me a little list of words over here. That is how you do it. And the list of words goes on. Who we got next? Kit. I said Keat. I'm so sorry. Smack on the hand. That's not the same person at all. Start all over. Kit Ren. Yes, this is the pioneer of the cover poems. I love your passion for words. And, I have a poem of yours that I would love to give a me to it. I'll leave that another time. But yeah, man, Kit, you're awesome. I'm a fan. So up to the mic, Kit Ren, do your thing, lovey.
Kit's
Thank you
available for breakfast.
You don't know when I wake up. You shouldn't be saying things like that on my behalf. But
But yes, thank you, Erica. Thank you, everyone who went before me. I'm going to sort of invert my usual formula and start with one cover in the traditional sense, because this is by Kim Adonzio. This is just thinking about what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for just like language in the abstract, and that we always have a way to reach out to someone. Maybe we don't always have the capability or the want to reach out, but we always have a method, thanks to language. And this is by Kim Adonzio. It's called "To the Woman Crying Uncontrollably in the Next Stall." If you ever woke up in your dress at 4 a.m., ever closed your legs to a man you loved, opened them for one you didn't, moved against a pillow in the dark, stood miserably on a beach, seaweed clinging to your ankles, paid good money for a bad haircut, backed away from a mirror that wanted to kill you, bled into the back seat for lack of a tampon, if you swam across a river under rain, sang using a dildo as a microphone, stayed up to watch the moon eat the sun entire, ripped out the stitches in your heart, because why not? If you think nothing and no one can, listen, I love you. Joy is coming. And when Nico came to me like on Friday to say what he wanted to do with his set, and it was like, I thought that is a really good idea. So these next two are going to be some local people. One of them is as local as two people can be, because you already saw her tonight. She is my mother, Robin Schofield. This poem of hers is called Indeterminacy Principle. It will appear in the Texas Poetry Calendar 2021. You know what? It's about time to get a new calendar, so I would recommend this one. And if you turn to December, you'll find this poem. Our Chrysler blue shifts north from I-10 in the far west Texas part of Milky Way, where Big Bend jags 26,000 light years from the local core black hole. And the frosted window double reflects my face in Castor and Pollux as they trisect my four eyes, stretching from the Davis Mountains that dawn gauzes over when my spouse taps me on the knee and says, "You're out there." Yes. I was looking at what we cannot make stop and be measured. I remember that family trip. I remember where that came from. And it's so cool that it's sort of put in amber for the whole state now. And I also want to pay tribute to the person who's kept these shows going in our digital epoch, who has started a YouTube and helped us get a national, nay, international following.
Say his name. Oh, sorry.
I'm leading. I was building up to it. There's a dramatic tension going on because I was going to lead up in a dramatic way to saying the name Richie Marufo. And this is in Barrio Panther Volume 3, which I'm also in. So we're ink cousins. This is called Desert Rituals. I don't have a looper. We're just gonna do this a cappella. If I did have a looper, I wouldn't know what to do with it. But Desert Rituals by Richie Marufo. First there was the fox, and then so much more. As Brother Bear beckons breath, blows the conch, creates the blues and blessings of creation. Ay permiso. Let us through to thrive. In the desert, you can hear the sounds of existence breathing in and out towards persistence. We're living to be living and living before living, but death wears the mask of the living. We are society transcendent in incandescent light and dust as dead stars ignite to incite the unique verse of our universe as twin-circled universal moons elevate to reveal axiomatic truths. If we must die, we must die, but not until we have lived. Mira, el sol, la luna, bodies of light and yearning. Bloom, children of the cosmos, and return from the ether of timelessness. It is hidden in the lonely nopalito that grows in the desert. You are not alone. You are just the beginning. Persist, little flower. Sprout seeds of mandala meanderings, because the dance of life and death reveals itself to those who truly listen, who stand triumphant under the glow of a hungry moon. These are our residual, spiritual, individual rituals in tune with the collective. These are our sacred desert visions.
A great poet giving ode to another great poet. What's today? The 9th? No, that's the wrong month. It's a wonderful day is my point. Were you gonna give us
That's
another
what every
one?
Monday's like. I have one last one. Since I'm inverting my formula and did all covers to this point, my last one's gonna be me. This is the one that best fits thankfulness. I don't have a title for it yet. But I want to talk about the things that don't matter as if they do. I want the only raised voices to be joyous. I want no unspoken tension. I want all negative emotions to be a playful ritual act. They can't be killed entirely, but they can be declawed, made subservient to a higher, kinder force. I want all tears to be performative, and I want all smiles to be genuine. I want our differences to be topics of interest instead of means of control. I want give unilaterally, but I want everyone who seeks forgiveness to find it. I want their apologies to not be boilerplate or rehearsed, but spontaneous, and if possible, totally wordless. I want the nonpartisan roar of a football crowd that just saw what they cannot describe and don't care which team scores anymore. Their cheers will join as a white noise that never fades or resolves into signal until amazement is all we can feel, until thank you is all we can say.
Yeah, kid, man. Woo, woo. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for your blessing. So tell us how we can follow you, love.
Okay. Friend of the show and dear friend of mine, Leslie Becker, actually gave me a little promo card, but I haven't printed it out yet. So next week I'll have a little card that I'll hold up. But until then, Instagram at Kit Renaway, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, as the name suggests. It's a little more sports centric, but I accidentally sneak a little bit of poetry into all the meatheads, give them their vegetables that way. Kofi.com/KitRen, you'll find a lot of weird belletristic essays about football history, one game at a time, that many people are saying they're great. You look me up on Facebook. If I recognize your name, I'll add you. If I don't, I won't. Sorry. And keep coming back here every Monday, because this is the highlight of my week every week. I love all y'all.
Damn deal. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, kid. You set the bar, love. Yeah, man. It's from your heart and it shows, and I appreciate you. Heck yeah. All right. So now we are leaving Texas. We are going up 10 to California. Hey, let's go see some Sandy Shakes. Yes, ma'am. How are you tonight?
Hello, Miss Khan. Man, going after Kit. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, you got this. Go, Sandy.
Got it, girl. Yeah. Yeah, Sandy.
You
Heck yeah.
Texas? Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on
Have
in.
2 pieces. We're going off the thankful theme. So here goes the first one. This one, I just wrote it today. It's called Thankful for the Pause. Thankful for the pause that I get to inhale and savor. Every last silent word that would otherwise infiltrate, escalate, and contaminate an already ugly situation. You see, I am a poet, and by having people absorb that, they automatically assume I will only spit roses and butterflies. Pero no contaban con mi astucia. I won't translate that, so Google it. Roses and butterflies from these lips? Nah, not on barbed wire open mics at least. Because society has only recently accepted my bee stung, or should I say my bee blown up lips, accepted them as acceptable, photographical, and maybe even front page editorial. If and only if I would admit to artificially injecting them though. These folks ain't ready for the organical, so I spit like I know names of plants that do more than give us ice slants. You see, they are making profits off a planta that is native and doesn't need to be disguised in shiny containers with lids. Have you asked who owns these dispensaries, or if they contribute to programs for after-school kids? No? Okay, maybe then you should pause and think. In the meantime, let me be thankful for the pause that I learned to take to correct this Boyle Heights accent. When speaking in interviews, interviewers want to hear a more graceful, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Miss Cornejo, could you do that again, and this time less ethnic?" When all I want is to rock the room with "What's up, raza?" Because this type of mic asks for no pause at all. This mic lets me receive love and then smile while my piece is pressed pause. Thankful for the pause, or maybe the involuntary silence from those in academia that frown upon the way I mess with their words, their nouns, and their vowels. Because poetry was cooked as an Englishman's dish, cold and flavorless. The audacity of this little lady in this brown city to throw rhymes in the blender, switch up languages, all while munching on limon lays. Thankful for life's pauses that give us nights of community from LA to El Paso. Thankful for those who are among us and those who have left to find their golden mics in the sky. Thankful for the ink in my pen. Thankful for the ability to call this my Turkey Day and skip Thursday's anniversary of an unspoken massacre. In poetry, I pray. All right. Whew.
Damn.
So my next piece is a little piece that I wrote, an ode to my ride, my whip. Her name is Valerie. Yes. I see her, and the shimmer of her dark body melts in my iris, and that liquid solidifies into her speedway. She knows she owns me, and I race to the door to check if her grill is winking at me. I can still remember the first day we met. She carried that new car scent, the sweetest perfume that's ever caressed me. And she turns my cheek in her direction as I inhale her engine's oils. I sat in her driver's seat and parted my lips to whisper, "You taste like a 1970s dream. You taste like the freedom not allowed to young Mexican women, the option they never even knew existed. You taste like all the paychecks I collected in my 20s just to drive with you to places where we could be alone again. The best part, maybe, was your familiar curves that kissed my fingertips daily. I hand washed you, hand dried you, and put my hands together to say thank you because the paperwork said we were one. Your curves have always felt like mine, a bit too dangerous to fit neatly in hood driveways. And if I gave you a sound, it would be the melody to one of my favorite songs, Miss Winehouse collaborating with Mark Ronson. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. I love you, Valerie. Thank you.
Did you have one more before I start screaming? Oh man, this is what I love about us. I love all of the differences. Yes, the different pieces that go in the pot, man. You know what I mean? I love it. I love your perception through poetry. That it was great. It was great. It was so much culture and just it was great. Yes, and Valerie. If you guys don't know the Valerie song by Amy Winehouse, I need you to log off. Don't log off. Grab one of them other devices you got around you. You got 20. Anyway, Valerie by Amy Winehouse is beautiful. Thank you so much, Sandy. Man, that was just man. Hey, when I look across the water. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out, love. Yeah, all about finding your space and who you are and your voice and just okay. Yeah, even more of that. So now we have Miss Christine Ponce. And she hails from El Paso as well. East Los. No, that was Sandy. Sandy's from East Los. My bad. We came back to Texas for Christine.
Christine went for a long bike ride today.
Yeah, and then she just got back. So glad to have you back. I know you're tired as hell. How you doing? Hey, Christine. So good to have you in the house tonight, girl. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? How is everyone?
Good. Good. We're together, so we feel normal. We feel good, Dang it. Heck yeah. So you got some music to share with us tonight, please. We need some serenading.
Yes. I want to share the song called it's just been on my mind a lot lately. It's kind of, I think it's like I don't know, I like it, but it's called Diamonds by Sam Smith. So he just came out with that one, but I think I really like what he does with his voice, and I wanted to try to cover it. So here it goes. Have it all, rip all memories off the wall. All the special things I bought, they mean nothing to me anymore. But to you, they were everything we were. They meant more than every word. Now I know just what you loved me for. Take all the money you want from me. Hope you become what you want to be. Show me how little you care, how little you care, how little you care. You dream in glitter and gold. My heart's already been sold. Show you how little I care, how little I care, how little I care. My diamonds leave with you. You're never gonna hear my heart break. Never gonna move in dark ways. Baby, you're so cool. My diamonds leave with you. Material love won't fool me. When you're not here, I can't breathe. I think I always knew. My diamonds leave with you. Shake it off, shake the fear of feeling lost. Always me that pays the cost. I shall never trust so easily. You lied to me, lied to me, then left with my heart round your chest. Take all the money you want from me. Hope you become what you wanna be. Show me how little you care, how little you care, how little you care. You dream of glitter and gold. My heart's already been sold. You know how little I care, how little I care, how little I care. My diamonds leave with you. You're never gonna hear my heart break. Never gonna move in dark ways. Baby, you're so cool. My diamonds leave with you. Material love won't fool me. When you're not here, I can't.
Oh man. What?
Yeah. Oh wow. So you I take a note here. You were kind of we were a lower pitch tonight. I guess that's kind of where you always are, but I noticed you were kind of keeping just demonstrating the talent. You know, you sing in different ranges, you know. This was just and that snap. If she snapped one more time, I'm gonna fall out this chair. It was just perfect. It was jazzy. It was a different, but I mean, you've got on here and done some almost opera. If it wasn't opera, you reach, you know, you do your thing. So this was just, it was great. It was great. Did you have something else to share with us? Oh, you know,
not right now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Still working on her theremin cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
That was beautiful, Christine. You nailed it again, just like last Friday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, Christine.
Did you by any chance anybody checked out my previous scenes of my poetry slam?
Dan, are you taking over the mic? It's not your turn yet, man. We'll talk about it.
What about?
I just want you to know, Christine's on the feature on the front cover.
Oh,
cool, man. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah. And even though I did, yeah.
Thank you, Dan. You're so awesome.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. Back to you, Khan.
Okay, darling. Let's see. We got Domo. We got Domo, President Domo in the building. Where's Domo at? Is she here? She's not here tonight. I'm gonna cry. I will call her right now.
I did saw her.
I'm here, but I am not ready.
I'm gonna need you to get ready. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just playing. You want to just come back to me? You cannot. You perform. Okay. I'm kidding. I do want to hear you tonight, though. Of course. You want we come back to you?
Please come back to me.
Okay. Then now we have Bob Arenas. Did I say that wrong? We are poetry and comedy. Woo woo, and we're from El Paso. Bob, are you in the building? No? All right. Bob, one more time. All right. Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, he keeps having internet issues. He messaged me. He keeps coming in and out. He's here. I see him here though.
We'll try him a little later. Oh yeah, he is. I was right there. I see him.
Yeah. You just gotta unmute yourself if you can. Or maybe he's, he might be on a field trip really quick.
Right. He just can't talk right now. I mean, disclosed. Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Okay. Well, guess what? We have Dan the man. Come on in here, Dan.
I didn't set up. Damn, I didn't set up my.
That was perfect timing.
I didn't set up anything yet.
Dan, you just did a whole interruption thing. What do you mean you're not ready?
Go to the next one. I haven't set my camera yet.
Okay. Bob's back. Okay,
go to Bob.
Okay.
Bob.
We'll come back to you.
It's all you, man.
Dan gotta sit up. Hey, but hi there, sir. How are you? I think you're still on. You gotta unmute yourself.
Oh shoot, sorry.
Okay. Did you need
Thank you, baby.
Give me
I'm
just
having like technical difficulties here. Sorry.
You're doing it.
Just my I can't hear anything. Hello.
Hear me, love?
Ow.
Awesome. I just want to say that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bob Arenas to the stage. Okay, you see, it's about to go down.
Got a smoke machine. What?
That is just. When you're ready, please. I want to make sure you can hear me. Could you hear us? Because I can hear you, I think.
What?
Hi there.
Good, good. I have like 3 of you guys talking. Oh no, I think.
What do you think?
Wow. It's like overlapping. I'm like.
You might have to mute if you're watching on YouTube or something. You might have to mute, or if you have it somewhere else.
YouTube. Let's get rid of YouTube. Okay. Get rid of that. Are we there, guys?
We are here.
All right. Hi, hi. How you doing tonight, guys?
Hi,
hey, baby. Hi. How? What sign are you? I'm a feces. Yeah. Yeah. My friends call me number 2. Yeah. Oh. You're the most beautiful lady I've ever seen my whole life. I've never seen anybody prettier than you. But I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk, so you could be totally ugly. I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. You guys like football? We'll skip the drunk guy act and get into the national lineup for whatever football team you like the best. My secret weapons. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Khan! Sorry. Star Trek reference.
Is that my name on your wall?
I always want you to Star Trek reference. So this is my my dream girl. So this is my dream girl laying down. And, oh shit! I forget my daughter's reference. Here, Jane, go to sleep. This. Chad Hemington Wensley III, quarterback. Hi, Buffy. FBFMN, wide receiver, New Jersey State. Oh no, you took it off. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. We're good. Right there. Okay. Pepe Loepi, I kick the ball. Hey, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the most beautiful girl in the whole world, Mary Jane. All right. And we're gonna have to end that now. I'm sorry. I hate that noise. It makes me say, everybody out, she's gonna blow. or everybody in, she's gonna blow. No. I shouldn't say that. That's not my material. That's my grandma's material, and she wouldn't like it if I used her material. Anyway, thank you guys for the quick 2 minutes or so, and hopefully next time we'll be a little bit better, right? Right here. All right.
Awesome.
At least it's not like the quack quack.
Oh, I remember the quack quack.
Oh God, that's
Hey, we like the quack quack.
Yeah, you sound like my nephew.
The quack quack was a little bit more put together. Oh, now you found my hair.
You was there the whole entire time.
And the costumes and just all of it. Yes,
Oh,
that's
man. Sorry, we got this all organized in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, you
All right,
did great.
thanks, Con, thanks, Richie, and Barbed Wire. Love you guys.
Heck yeah, thank you. You want to plug yourself real quick, love? Tell us how.
Not really. I really don't have much to say, but if you guys just be good to each other and spay and neuter your cats and dogs.
Man, take care. Care
Bye,
about
bye.
the first. Have a good night.
All right, thank you, Con.
Yes, you too. All right, that was awesome.
Damn, that was cool. That was cool.
The boobies up on his. Was that boobies or was that muscles? I don't. Okay, moving on. All right. Okay, next we have. Let me see. Okay, we
Who's next? Who's next?
You're next.
Okay,
Man, are you ready?
Yeah, reintroduce me again, please.
Next to the stage, bringing you more than a little bit of rage. He gonna put a little bit of sage in the air. No one compares to Dan the Man.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
That's cool, Bob. Hey, that's cool, Bob. I understand. That was good, Bob. Thank you very much. That's okay, man. The rest did an amazing job. Hey, kid, you gotta do a cover, or Nico, you guys gotta do a cover of my poems. Yeah, I'll send you. I'll DM you for that. Sounds okay? Nico or Kit? Hello.
Great. I think Nico left, and we will make sure to let them know about that. Heck yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Okay. As you know, hold on. Okay. All right. As you know, since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, if you know what I mean. Well, there's one thing I was a little crazy about: cranberries. You know, sometimes we see about cranberries, like cranberries, a fruit, a snack, a condiment, and a few others and decorations. Yeah, if you know what I mean. And now I created something that I think you'll like, and it is called cranberries. Okay. My own version. Cranberries. It's a dark reddish sweet like harvest. It's like from a where it resembles a small like cherry. You know what I mean? But it's kind of dark reddish. You know what I mean? But it tastes sweet and it's just like flying off your feet. Yep. It's like one of the ingredients for Thanksgiving and or Christmas, mainly for the holidays. You know what I mean? You can use it as a fruit, or use it as a snack, or use it as a sauce, or next to your plate, or you serve it like a condiment, like you use it as a sandwich, or a turkey, or like my favorite, a holiday sandwich, like from the Earl's Sandwiches. Anybody heard of that one? Earl's Sandwich? It reminds me back from Florida when we always go to that Earl's Sandwiches. They have the cranberry. They have the holiday sandwiches. The cranberries in this one. Yeah, I was talking about the condiment. Yeah, you can use it as a condiment, or if you don't want to eat, then if there's a decoration that looks like a cranberry wreath or a cranberry beads, if you know what I mean. Yeah. All right. Why cranberries? Ain't no vocabulary you use in the military, but the dictionary and the library. Yeah, cranberries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, cherries. Yeah, all kinds of berries. You know what I mean? Yeah, kind of like yeah, as I mentioned, like a cranberries kind of resembles like a blackberries or blueberries or raspberries, but they're different, you know. Yeah, different colors. Minus the raspberries. Okay. Hell, you can make like a pie. You know, there's nothing like there's. I don't know if they do a cranberry pie. I don't know if it exists, but maybe you can bake it as you can bake it as like cherry pie, lemon pie, pumpkin pie, cranberry. I don't know if you can make a cranberry pie, but I don't know if that exists. Does it? Oh, well. Well, one of the biggest bakery series that includes Time Series, but not the World Series. Yeah. Oh, speaking of cranberries, you know the band, the Cranberries? Oh, I forgot about the Snozberries. Damn it. Oh, speaking of the Cranberries, anybody heard of the band, the Cranberries, back in the mid-90s? Oh man, I like a couple of their songs. You know, Linger and Zombie. Oh man, these were the bomb. Yeah, I know that kid. Yeah, they were wonderful bands. And the lead singer, Dolores O'Riordan, may she rest in peace. Yes. Well, yeah, it won't be the Cranberries without Dolores. So those bands were icons. They were legends. Yeah. Well, the Cranberries used for food, used for decorations, used for the music, like the Cranberries, or whatever you use. Like I said, Cranberries. Whatever is sweet or whatever is whatever you can use for art or whatever you use for music. But mostly I know of is besides the band is the food and sometimes the decorations. Yeah, it's all about cranberries. Okay, and and there's a short one called A Plump Turkey Strut by Jack Horn in 2001. Plump turkey struts across the leaf-filled farmyard, smells cranberry sauce, end quote. Yeah. But here's a short cranberry sonnet by Nancy Ness. It's called Cranberry Sonnet. Whatever the waves roll on and goals above soar high, the lone foghorns chanting Cape Cod solitude, the dunes at rest beneath the autumn sky, envelope peaceful beaches once imbued. This bright foliage adorns foliage adorns the countryside, surrounding sun-dried bogs of cranberries. This summer, tourist verdant welcome tide now boosts majestic hues of burgundy. Synthetic lake spews forth from each bog's moat, releasing berries for the harvest day, and buoyant crimson carpets lie afloat in just abeyance, being scooped away to conjure up a sauce with ocean spray. And we have with turkey for Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, that's Cranberry Sonnet by Nancy Ness. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention I forgot to mention Ocean Spray. Yeah. That's how I like the brand from how they make good cranberries. Yeah. All right. What do you think, Khan? What do you think, Richie? And everybody?
I love cranberry sauce. It is the highlight of my holiday season, so I'm loving this. Okay. So
Thank you
for a little time spent on Cranberry Sonnet Okay.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that should have been the prompt this time. The cranberry sonnets. We could have
Cranberry
focused
sonnet.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I first found out. It was a Cranberry Sonnet by Nancy Nass. So that was a very nice sonnet she did. Well, it's very nice. That's a cover from Nancy Nass. It's very nice. All right. Well, guys, I just want to let you know, yeah, the Thanksgiving is this coming Thursday, and yeah, here's my here's my card. Read 'em and weep it. All right, just you know what to do. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. All right, and you know what to do. Okay, you guys. I just want to say thank you so much, and all right, let's get back to you, Richie. Thank you, Khan. Appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to you, Khan. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Y'all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Okay. All right. And again, thank you, Khan. Oh, I almost forgot. Follow Christine Ponce Diaz on her YouTube channel. Very nice performance she did. So yeah, please check it out, and don't forget last Friday. That was amazing. So. Okay, then. All right. So, okay, let's go ahead and back to you, Richie, and back to you, Khan.
Cool. Thanks, Dan.
Do you have to?
Oh, wait, I forgot Khan. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Dan the Man.
Thank you.
Did you plug in how you're well, I know you were saying, but as far as like where you're on Instagram and whatnot, right? Dan the
Yes.
Man? Okay.
Yeah. I gotta send you some of my blogs, Khan.
Do that. I love that. Heck
Got
yeah.
it.
Thank you, Dan the Man. Give a little cranberry. I muted myself right there. My bad. Give a little cranberry rendition. We cannot forget the cranberries. Okay. Now, next, Ocean Spray. Moving on. What we got? Nico.
I think. Oh yeah, Nico. But I think is Domo ready? Because
Domo,
we
yes.
did skip, and then we'll get Nico. And then we'll get Nico. Yeah.
You
Just
ready?
because I think you even put the camera on and everything to let us know.
Yeah. Oh, right. Hi, I'm here. I'm sorry, though. I just note to self. Here we go. Hi, Domo.
Hi, Con.
How are you, love?
I am okay-ish.
Yeah. Are you okay? Or are you okay?
Okay-ish.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. Today is long and stressful.
24 whole hours. Really? Yeah.
And I am drinking cranberry juice, Dan. I love cranberries as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Good for the body, good for the mind.
You riding a skateboard also.
Oh, speaking of cranberry juice, I think I forgot to mention how Mick Fleetwood did the Fleetwood Max, the one on Snapchat, the one on TikTok. How he was playing the song Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna, very good song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's you, Bethel.
Thanks.
Come on, get some of this off your chest, love. You need to share, and we
So
need to...
I'll play 2 songs for you guys because he talked about the cranberries. Now I have to do a cranberry song.
Did you turn on your original sound really quick before you started?
What? Huh? Who?
Did you turn on your original sound? Remember that thing we figured out?
You're right. Let me turn that on. Boom. Good thing the button's right there. Okay. All right. Time to do this. So firstly, I was trying to find something Thanksgiving-ish. I couldn't find any Thanksgiving songs because they don't exist. And I decided to go with a Bob Marley song, One Love. So yeah, hopefully I could play the chords quick enough that this sounds nice. I will be struggling, so there will be breaks. Okay. That sounds bad. Let's try that again. Okay, a little bit better. all, okay, yeah, let all ask as their dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own? One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. As in the beginning, one love, so that shall be in the end. One heart, alright, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Get together, fight this holy Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no more, no doom. Have a pity for those chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Saying one love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. I'm pleading to mankind. One love, Lord, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. And now is the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, because it said the word thanks, you know?
And praise. And we will be all
Yeah.
right.
It's great. I love Bob. Sorry. Next, Zombie, because why not? I think that was like the first song I ever sung here using my guitar when I first got it, which is crazy. It's been that long. But hopefully you guys like it again. All right. Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken, and the violence causes silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, what's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, oh, oh. Another mother's breaking heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same Boom.
Domo Beth, Jesus. On a Monday. Oh man. You know what? I want to challenge you to something. I don't know if you've ever heard of Janis Joplin, but baby, you could tear up some Janis Joplin. Man, there's this song called Ball and Chain. When we get off off of here tonight.
Oh, I think I've heard
find
this song.
that song. Yes. I could see you just totally taking on the persona, because you're gonna have to go Janice to do it, but you can. You have the voice. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I would love for you to if you feel it, if it resonates, that Ball and Chain, it's gorgeous. It's a very, life is just it's one of them songs, but yeah, I want to challenge you to that. Janis Joplin, Ball and Chain, you'll kill it. If you resonate, you'll kill it. I believe. But anyway, Domo, you're just damn awesome. Tell us how we can follow you, babes. In your
Follow
head.
me on my 3 Instagrams. If you follow, okay, so do yourself a favor and look up Domo in the house.
Just do that.
DOMO in the HOUZ, and you'll find all of them, because that's like the easiest way without paper. I put it on the top description, the other 2 Instagrams.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, love. I love how you reach. I love how you're doing what's comfortable for you, what you like. And I just, I love that you do that. So yeah, man.
Thank you.
I was like, no, you're going to perform tonight.
I took a break from turning in my lab report late.
I was going to ask, did you even finish that? You took a break. Okay.
Life.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, we won't keep you up all night, but thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Zombies in your head. Oh.
Yeah.
You were killing it, Khan.
Yeah, man. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, have a
Domo?
good. Well, no, hang with us. I'm just going on down there. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so Domo?
We got this. Oh man. So we're winding down. We have Gregory Speed next fire. I'm gonna call you grown man shit. Yes, Mr. Speed, if you are available, if you could come on in. Fire! That was me calling you. That was me being my silly self. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be weird. Anyway. Hey, how are you, brethren?
Hey, what's good? What's good in the hood?
Thank
I'm
you.
living the life. I'm living the life. I done poured a drink, drank a drink, spilled a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wipe the drink up. Back.
Shout out to Richie. Yeah.
Richie.
I'm gonna open up with a cover though. So from one of my favorite poets. A Poet's Home. Please tell me there is some place where the words are not corrupted, where the ego has left the building, left the atmosphere for the moment, someplace where the word stands, investigating, contemplating the life and the life in the word. In the word, all the joy and the lust, the passion and the power, the love, the humanity. Stand up through the word. For the word, not the career choices or the oohs and ahs, if I say this poem, or the possibility of being laid, paid, praised, ... etc. Someplace where the craft is the mission and the mission is the pleasure. Please tell me there is someplace where I can just be a fucking poet. Poem by Jill Scott. From the book, The Moments, the Minutes, the Hours. Poetry of Jill Scott.
Wow.
Moving right along, Let 'Em Dance. The infamous injustice system working the way it was intended is actually defined as worthless. As mankind is definitely flawed, it's interesting how three-fifths of a man or woman or child existed on this earth, as our design surely is not perfect. And it's asinine how mankind operates. Sometimes I'm sure they want us to lose. The reason they keep moving the finish lines, so when we do win, the world shifts a little. Literally, our souls shake, moving in place. A housequake or an internal earthquake. But that's just the ancestors as they dance. When we do win,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm about to go into something else real quick. Shout out to Richie, my drinking partner. A verse that you spit like last week caught my ear, and it inspired me to write something. And so I usually do this trick where I read a poem from front to back and then read it from back to front. As if you were daily bread, I'd take you into my mouth, nibbling on your body parts. I'd be spitting flames between your long, eager, trembling legs. You being my favorite aphrodisiac, allow me to create magnificence through body vibrations of love poems, the sounds of internal satisfaction, playing your body like an instrument, plucking strings of your bass cello. I create earthquakes and tsunamis. I've already made a few changes without speaking of my member. As the kick drum echoes, heart. Listen as my theme music plays. My manhood rises and falls often. I'm releasing the mystery within, plucking the strings of my violin. As your head lays on my chest, I must admit, I'm now a mess. As your head lays on my chest, plucking the strings of my violin, I'm releasing the mystery within. My manhood rises and falls often. Listen as my theme music plays. As the kick drum echoes, heart. Without speaking of my member, I've already made a few changes. I create earthquakes and tsunamis.
Yes.
Plucking the strings of your bass cello, playing your body like an instrument, the sounds of internal satisfaction through body vibrations of love poems. Allow me to create magnificence. You being my favorite aphrodisiac, your long, eager, trembling legs, I be spitting flames between, nibbling on your body parts. I take you into my mouth as if you were daily bread.
Damn.
You got time for something else? You got time for something else?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Red, black, and green. Black men often pretend that they truly don't know their presence is terrifying to angry, fearful, and racist, false bravado having white folks. So on we go with the make-believe. Prestigious is this minstrel show as they overdose on privileges, nothing earned, freely given. A problem with privileges, others struggle to exist. This system still exists, broken. Problems continue to persist because now and forever we'll resist. Black men no longer pretend, looking down to show respect. Heads are now held high, claiming dignity. Back in the day, time was surely wasted. So many lives lost as we feel pity. That situation was most definitely shitty. Fearful folks acting real shifty. We pretending no longer will Black men. While looking directly at them, we simply keep looking right past them. We'll see you when we see you. Long gone are the old days of the simple-minded Negro. Thank you.
Man, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Heck yeah. Tell us how we can follow you and support you, love.
Well, you can find me bouncing. You can find me on Facebook. That's Pharrell, by the way. That's Lemon by Rihanna. Look that song up. Facebook, Gregory Speed Senior. Instagram, Grown Man Speed. I got some merchandise, GMS, established in 1966. I got some T-shirts. One of my friends, when I first started writing poetry, he plugged me as GMS, which is my initial is Gregory Maurice Speed, but he flipped it and he called it Grown Man Shit. And so one of my friends was like, "Oh, that's gonna be off-putting," and so I was like, "But we all grown," and so I just switched it in writing to Grown Man Scriptures, Grown Man Speed, Grown Man Speaks, Grown Man Shit, stuff like that. So I got T-shirts. You can send me an email at gspeed66@gmail.com, and I can plug and send a T-shirt to you, something like that. We can talk business. I got a book on Amazon, Hidden Perfectly in Plain Sight by Gregory Speed. And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your rendition this evening. Yes. And so let me see here. Nico, I do apologize, love. It is your time to shine.
Thank you so much for hosting, Poet Khan.
Oh, thank you.
So let me see if I can share the screen. I can. So let me bring up an image. Okay, so today I just wanted to perform two memories that I had. One memory is, as the image describes, is a space that the Rubin Center in El Paso and Machine Project in LA collaborated to have during Chalk the Block in El Paso, which is like this chalk festival where chalk artists from, amateur all the way to professional compete. And it's a huge arts festival and it brings tens of thousands of people downtown. It's great. But this temporary art space called Quadro, had all these fun things to do. And one of my favorite parts was Cam Lab. They're an artist duo from Cal Arts, I think since the early 2000s. And they had a lot of fun things to do. So that's a picture of me there. I think I was doing a score that they had of singing a famous song, but really, really high. The other memory that I had is on the way home from what I was doing today. I remembered that there was this karaoke game that I had for PlayStation 2, which makes me feel like ancient because isn't there like the PS5 now? But there was this karaoke game, kind of like Dance Dance Revolution or, those music games. And the hardest song was a song by REM. And the melody and the song just came to my head all of a sudden. So I just wanted to perform that little part. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Thank you all so much.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and airplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
You better do it, kid.
I think you guys are ready for karaoke. I think that's what's happening here. Might happen. We'll find out.
Right. Heck yeah. Let's see here. I don't think Amanda was able to make it. Okay. All right. So then we have Rocio Rivera with some poetry coming to the stage.
Hi.
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 How are
This
you?
is my first time here.
Awesome. Welcome.
Thank you. I found out about this through my English class. So I'm gonna share a poem that I wrote in the class. It's called Anxiety. Awesome. Anxiety drowns my mind. It's really making me blind. I'm trying to be kind. My thoughts are intertwined. I'm feeling confined. Lexapro, you were a semi-pro, but you were too slow. You couldn't go with the flow. I needed more. Lorazepam, you were a wham, such a sham. Bam, I kicked you out. You made me black out. I needed something else without a doubt. Clonazepam, you made me feel damned. I was almost hanged. My mind felt crammed. Thought you were the one, but it was done. Xanax, you made me relapse. I almost collapsed. I fell through the cracks, and that's on facts. I don't need any of you. I'm all new.
Wow, Lovey. Wow. Such a beautiful testimony. Do you have another piece you'd like to share with us?
I think for now, I think that's good. I think I'll save the rest for a next time.
Yeah, well, for your first time coming to the stage, man, that was mental illness is what we got to talk about right now, mental health. And so I appreciate you just being vulnerable in that way and just putting yourself out there. That's how we heal. That's how we all heal collectively. That's how we heal individually.
Yes,
So,
and being outspoken about it and not being afraid to talk about it.
yeah, and you found a good place to come do that. So
thank you.
Yeah, man. That's how we can follow you.
I'll go ahead and put it in the chat.
In the chat, okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. We are down to the I don't want to miss my opportunity to introduce you here. But
Did you want to do a piece first? I think you promised us another one, right?
That's what you had said. That's what you said. Okay, let me see. Hold on. So, greatness inspires greatness. So this was a poem that you inspired, Richie, that I didn't get to finish the last time. So I done practiced and I was ready. But thank you, Richie, man, for just being you, man. So I'm finally accepting being a single parent. There aren't very many holding down a two-parent home, so why should I bother? I'm sure they didn't plan to have children without a father. A man is a blessing, something you don't forget to mention in conversation. I needed help and didn't know how to ask. Nothing but a replica of pain from my past, searching a way out, but this curse I nurse. Plot for my demise, meditation of my plummet. I want my sons to rise. He can, and he will win. I cannot fathom this world that we live in. I must teach him. Never mind if a man should, I am the first to reach him. Why? Was I not teaching him? Why? Where was I? I sat back and hoped he'd figure it out. Head above water. Eyes burning from the luminous truth. Building a legacy for my sons and future daughters. Sometimes it seems there is no use. This abuse my being is taking, dirt and dust, trans fat in the crust, poison in every breath we take. I'm filled with disgust. The locket is tarnished, but I cannot let my son see me give up. Motherhood is not for the simple, not for the limp, for they produce limp people, choosing to give up all hope of my dreams ever taking flight. The fuck I look like. Attempting to make a man constructed from dreams and sand, things I've seen, not much I know. My children, born out of lust and love, came in impeccable time. Oh, how I know they are divine. It's a challenge to believe in yourself, but without it, your dreams will never take flight. So do I just give up? The fuck I look like. I'm going all in. My resistance existence gives me reason to sin. Just want my boys to see mama win. There's so much more than what's in store. Poverty, self-neglect, self-denial, a born out of wedlock child, drug addiction, reaping what we sow and going for what we know. They haven't made it clear. The heart administration says, eat meat, the decline of health is near. We haven't been healthy in years. No matter if you're from Beverly Hills or Coral Cay, they kill us all the same way. Gun us down, drug us up every day. Lock the weed man up, set the killer free, laugh while the mothers cry. Send that boy off to die. It makes me want to holler. Throw up both my hands. Yes, it makes me want to holler. Throw up both my hands. Time is increasing. Trigger happy. Policing. Said panic is spreading. And God knows where we're headed. Mm-hmm. Dum 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 da da dum da dum dum da da dum da da dum da da dum dum da da dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum dum da da dum da dum dum da da dum da da dum da. Credit bad, I can't get an advance, no chance. I be wanting to hide in my room and become consumed with dreams, with thoughts of my dreams succumbing to the night. Man, the fuck I look like. I will not give up. So don't you give up.
Yeah, all right.
That's called resistance, from when the GOAT gave us a prompt to write on resistance. I was like, okay.
What the fuck I look like? Dope.
What the fuck I look like?
What the fuck I look like?
Pretty memorable, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you, man. We inspire each other. We find hope in each other. When we don't know where to find hope, we look in each other and find it. And we're going to have us a virtual holiday. And it's going to be good, though. We're going to make the best of it. Yeah, I need a minute.
You're amazing, Khan. I love you so much.
Thank
You're just,
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. You did an amazing job, as always. As always.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Richie. Thank y'all, man. Y'all, we family right here. This is the vibe. And we're going to make through these next few months and this winter. We're going to make it. And that's just it, period. You know, but we need each other. And when somebody says, you know, how are you doing? And they got that, you know, that, no, inquire, ask, probe, you know, we need each other right now. Our mental health, baby, it's a big deal. Sitting in the house all day is hard. It's nice to get up and go to work or go wherever the hell, you know. So anyway, thank you, Richie. Thank y'all for hanging out tonight.
Well, I mean, it might be hard, but that's what civil disobedience is for. Do whatever you want, go wherever you want. It doesn't end until we end it.
Yeah, go ahead and kill some people, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. What are we talking about? What's going on here? Where are we at? Where? Okay. Erica, what's up? Where are you at?
Sorry, I'm just talking. Couldn't hear me. I'm here.
Okay.
It's a touchy topic. It is. It's you know, people want to go outside and be normal, and what the hell is wrong with that? And there's all kind of wrong with that. And you know, wear my mask, and I don't want to. And there's 250,000 people dead in 9 months. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And we just have to respect each other's feelings, y'all. We can't throw each other away right now behind our opinions. We need each other. Please.
Yeah.
So please, Richie, come on, bless us
Cool.
with some of you.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna close it out. But damn. All right. That got freaking crazy. All right. Let me give me a second here. Cool. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us today. Huge shout out to the Poet Khan for hosting the night. It was nice to kind of sit back a little bit and just kind of listen to everyone. It's the Poetic Potluck, so I encourage people to bring pieces to share. A lot of people decided to share like cover poems and also poems from people that are part of this community. So that's really beautiful. And you know, we're in this together, and so let's just kind of uplift each other, support each other. This was created for that very reason, just to kind of give us something positive during all this and through our art. So yo, check it. I got a couple cover poems I want to share, and in fact, this is a special treat, you know, because I think he's still here. Hold on, I gotta check. I don't know. Yeah. So Roberto Santos, Mr. Rob Nice. He you know, he did so much to create as Barbed Open Mic, to turn this into like an event, to a whole thing. And so when I took over, it was just already like a name, and it's been beautiful to be part of this for so long. And so I'm gonna share some cover poems too of some peeps that I just wanted to highlight. I know we're a little bit over time, and I think that's a good sign. But I'm gonna share a cover from my homie. He's my mentor, my good friend, and also you guys were here at the beginning of the show. You saw that he does rap seminar. He's been here a couple times to share some stuff, and we have a T-shirt now, a BWOMS T-shirt on rapseminar.com. We shared the link a couple times throughout the night. I mentioned that at the beginning, but I'm gonna share one of his pieces that has really resonated with me, that I really like, and even like I think the meter and style that he performed it in influenced me, at least in one or two of my pieces. But this is a piece called Little Babylon Soldier. I don't know if you remember that one, Rob. Of course you do. All right, I'm just gonna read it for you guys. Little Babylon Soldier. Hey little man, put that ball down. Moneybags got a new toy to play with now. It has a little trigger, it makes a loud sound. Sign your name bigger and you'll be king of the playground. Now go tell your mama you'll be home soon. Forget your tears and drama, her voice and perfume. You're going overseas where black smoke looms. Out in the east, my commodity is crude. Down in that sandbox, it's all a bloody game. Just like your Xbox, point your toy and aim. Shoot through fire showers, pack away the pain. Forget about the hours, son, I own your name. Now go tell your mama you'll be home soon. One shape or another, body bag to the tomb. All right, a little short piece, but I always loved the way you performed it,
Body
man.
bag.
We performed that at a 420 show. I remember,
Dude,
like 10 years ago. Remember that?
man, that was amazing, Rich. That was so dope, dude. Thank you so much, man. It's an honor.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I got everything right, but
Dude, you did it, man. That was A plus plus. You know, I shed a
Cool.
tear over here. You couldn't see it, but I did. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you a lot. So I'm gonna do two more pieces. Earlier you heard from Barrio Panther, Volume 3. By the way, Volume 4 submissions might be coming out soon. Be on the lookout for that. We still need to do a whole release show for this, but I'm going to read. Maybe hit it. I already have my cap on, but if I could, I'd put on my kit hat. Because I'm gonna read one of his pieces from Barrio Panther that I really like. He's performed it here before. It's called, and this is a shout out for all the desert creatures up in here. This is called "The Ziracle Rejects the World at Large." I have a confession disguised as a question. Has the desert spoiled all other outdoor settings for you too? Do forests seem to you a claustrophobic compromise between the indoors and the outdoors, unsatisfying as most compromises are? How can this be outside if I can't see the entire sky? Does the ocean seem showy and excessive, gaudy, like plastic jewelry on an otherwise fine hand? To have all that undrinkable water feels like someone made a mistake but didn't care enough to correct it. We are dry land, but what we find is potable. Did the hill country underwhelm you too? Were you tempted to laugh at all the hill people who weren't around instead of over and through? They would think us mad, but I'll never make the mistake of caring what they think again. Does every green field, no matter how wild, take on the manicured unreality of a golf course? I am tired, friend, of this world of driving ranges. You and I will spread our picnic blanket in the sand trap and throw back every Titleist that blunders in. All right, so that's Kit from Barrio Panther. And speaking of Barrio Panther, last poem of the night. All right, this is from Carlos Fidel Espinosa. He is the homie. He's a brother. He's the publisher of Barrio Panther. This is his own collection of poems, How to Lie to a Customs Agent. It is 2020, newly released. And it's really cool. Also, I had the pleasure of editing his manuscript. So it's cool to hold it in my hands. This is the first poem. I encourage you guys to check it out. BWOMS.com. You can find these pieces and order them as a packet. All right. So here we go. Yeah, we did the fusion dance again. Fusion dance. Ha. Okay. All right. This one's called "It's Easy to Lose a Lover in the Desert." Sometimes the desert dries the things we love into fine silver dust for the wind to carry over the Franklin Mountains and into Juaritos. This happened to my wife once when the police found her missing lover dead in the green chile fields of Hatch, New Mexico. The heat from the green chile made the bullish maggots furious. They lacerated her lover's face and feasted on his soft skin. My wife never cried for him, not even when she found his heart in a bowl of pico de gallo that we ate together. Now she won't stop dreaming that she is the desert rain. In the desert, it is not unusual that we dream we are the rain. But her dreams, her body soaks the green chile field until her lover's sun-bleached bones take root and bloom. I've lost lovers to the desert too, but my wife doesn't care. She never asks about them. On our anniversary, she sends me postcards from Hatch, New Mexico. Platitudes mostly. This is heavy. This is a heavy piece. There's a lot of poems about the border and our people, and it's beautiful. I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. I'm not going to perform any of mine today. We've got plenty of times for that. We're here every Monday, guys. One last time, can we unmute and give a huge round of applause to the Poet Khan for being our host tonight, and also to all of you guys. Everyone killed it tonight. Awesome show. Amazing.
Amazing.
Woo! Woo!
Fire
to fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all of you, man. Y'all, us. We gonna get through this, man. We gonna make it.
Yeah.
We gonna make it.
You guys
off
are
these
great.
words, and that's it. And we're gonna have a drink. It's in a minute. Do we say that right now? I've been having one.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I've never even thought about that. Oh, YouTube. Nah, YouTube's fine. We're good. But by the way, if you guys are still watching on YouTube, I want to thank you guys. Leave a comment below. If, who'd you like? If you skipped around, that's cool. Like, look around. Our Kits timestamps up. Got to give a shout out to Kits all the time to leaving the timestamps of all the performers. That's a huge service. So if they're up, go look through them, find some stuff that you like, and join us for one of these in the future. But for the Barbed Wire Open Mic series, stay at home open mic. Yo, I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Some of us are gonna hang out and just chat and hang out for a little bit. That's how we do it. So I'm gonna go and stop the live stream. Thank you guys.